Visitors, how exciting!
Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait, did I start stream without a drink? Am I drinkless? Oh my god. Oh my god, man. Yo. Man. What's up, guys? Hello, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to the VOD. Ooh, wait, hold on, I gotta move the fuck over here. Hold up. Is this good? All right, this is good, I think. Yep. We back. Once again, it is time. I returned. That's right. It's gonna be a big week. Just got back from the fantasy ball. We got things to talk about. Got exciting things for later this week, I think. I don't remember what Friday, if I said, yeah, anyway. Oh boy, we got things to talk about. First things first, say thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome to everybody. Hope you had fun. Whatever y'all was getting up to over there, I hope it was a good time. I was trying to get some stuff done this morning, so I wasn't able to pop in and see what was up, but you know, that's pretty standard for me right now, isn't it? Is just a complete inability to be present in anything besides the 4 to 5 hours that I'm live. Oh boy, I look, I'm exhausted, man. I got oh boy, I got things to talk about. Yep. Got back on Monday from the fantasy ball in the mountains, in a castle in the mountains at a fantasy ball. Oh boy. Yeah, well, anyway, I hope your weekend was good. Mine was full of I formed opinions, all right? Listen, we talked about this, all right? I formed opinions. So, had the fantasy ball on Saturday night, okay? Went up there, spooky Halloween weekend, to a haunted castle in the mountains. First with that, though, I did not see a ghost. And I'm very disappointed. I am honestly distraught at the thought of not seeing a ghost. It's just ruined my entire week. My entire experience was just cast aside because I didn't see a ghost. I know, Brooklyn, it was heartbreaking, dude. But you know what I did see? I did see some shit.
Hey, Evan.
Yeah. Hello. What's up, entities? Thanks for the fucking tier 3 for 33 months, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. Thanks, man. I see a lot of people wearing bat wings. I did see people wearing bat wings, as a matter of fact. As a matter of fact, a number of the men who were in attendance at the ball were wearing bat wings. Yep, that's the thing that yep, saw bat wings, had people ask about wingspan, had to Google that, wish I didn't. Yeah, so anyway, so got to the event, all right? The drive up, you know, I live pretty close to it, wasn't too long. Roads that I travel often. Haven't been up to the chateau in a while, though. Driving up there, and you know what? Starts to snow. Magical, majestic snow. Yep, it was beautiful, to be honest. It was quite the scene. Now, I will say, if you've never been to the Canadian Rockies, maybe the cold would shock you. Not me. I know that no matter what the temperature says, it's gonna be like 10 degrees colder in actuality, and I was fucking right. I wintered the shit out for this, and damn it, that was a good call. I had a great view of the lake, though. You know, it's winter majestic goodness. We got there and we went up to check in. And the girl there was very nice and said, "Oh, by the way, we upgraded you to a lake view." Wow. That's like $1,000 a night room, man. That is $1,000. I wasn't paying that much. Fuck that shit, bro. We got there with the event rate. It was like $300 or something like that. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. I'll post pictures in the Discord. Amazing snowy winter wonderland. But it didn't take very long for Elle and I to see our first fantasy ball attendee. We saw girls carrying dress bags. I don't know what the term is. Maybe that's the exact term as a dress bag. But if I say a dress bag, you know what I mean, right? Some sort of a long garment bag, folded up, ready for the ball. You know what? Lovely. Elle and I check in. We get our room, take our personal items up to the room. And on the way down, we saw our first book talk husband. That's right. A man caring for a toddler that was waiting for the elevator. And he said, "Oh, you guys here for the event?" Which Elle and I said, "Why, yes, we are. Are you here for the event?" He says, No, my wife is. I'm taking care of this one." The depression in this man's voice. There were 1,000 places he wanted to be, and none of them were at that fucking hotel looking after that kid at that fantasy ball. Fair enough. Fair enough. I didn't know how many dudes we'd see. Saw a couple, though. They had some cosplayers as well as a very famous TikToker there cosplaying one of the characters. They had the main girl. Red hair, crown. They had the main guy. Tall, swept black hair. Some sort of weird tattoo, temporary tattoo put on his chest. And then they had Henrik the Norwegian man from TikTok cosplaying some other guy. I don't know. I didn't fucking read the books. What do I look like? I'm unhappy in my marriage? Come on, man. I wouldn't read those fucking books. But I noticed the crowd beginning to form of people in the hotel as Elle and I got set up for the event. People wearing various attire, dresses, wigs, and weirdly, little tiny wings on their back. Well, not tiny. I mean, tiny for wing, you'd expect for wings, but like, wings, right? Not like giant fucking like wings, but just like little wings. And I wondered, that's weird. I didn't think this was a dragon event. I thought the dragon shit was fourth wing. I didn't know. The event starts, though, after a couple of hours. Elle and I got ready in our room, had a little nap, had a little something to eat, went down, fully in attire. Ella looking beautiful in her long black fancy ball gown dress. Me looking dapper in my Ren Fair attire. And then the music starts. The doors open. And around 300 women dressed in ball gowns emerge into the ball. As the music is playing, greeting the guests in, they begin to mingle, find their seats, find their tables, talk with the cosplayers, talk with some other people, come over and see the vendors. There's authors there, independent romantasy authors, I think. I don't know. I didn't go over there. It's not my shit. Other people we knew that were vending there, which is very cool. And they began to fill in. And yeah, it was nice. It was quiet. It was just, people were coming up. They were looking at stuff. They were thinking about shit. They were planning their night out. Very well-mannered, polite crowd. And then the cosplayers. It was their time. The music changes. The lights go down. The doors to the ballroom swing open as the 3 main characters walk in, take their place on the stage, and announce the evening's festivities have begun. Now, what followed was very interestingly forecast by the girl who I'm guessing cosplayed the main character girl, whatever, in Aquitar. Name starts with an F, I think. But she said, "Let this be a night of revelry, of fun, and most importantly, debauchery." I looked at Ella and I said, "Debauchery? What the fuck?" You know what? Pretty tame, because after that event concluded, the little thing concluded, people were mingling around, and Ella was up in the room for a little bit. She wasn't feeling quite, she's just been a little bit off, so she wasn't feeling up to being there the whole time. But while she was gone, I sold a great number of her dice for her. I also got accused of AI art once, and asked what book my art was from, what fandom I'm an artist for. To which when I described the Realms of Eldara to one girl, she said, "D&D, ew," and walked away. So, you know, I don't know, like, what do you say? You know what? That doesn't matter. No, people were cool. You know, a couple people came up and were really excited about the idea of D&D related things being there as they played D&D. A number of people bought dice, which was great. A couple people bought art, which was great. Interestingly, I have art in my portfolio for sale at events that's not on display, but in the portfolio that are characters from the various Realms of Eldara. Now, why is this important? Well, I have never sold so many pieces of art of Ella's characters. Something about her characters and Book Talk girls fucking clicked. I was not prepared, but okay, happy to sell art. That's cool. You know, whatever their jam is, it's their jam. They're having a good time. And then the events of the evening begun. The main events, in which dinner was served to the guests, a fabulous multi-course meal of Fairmont quality, filet mignon, French foods I can't pronounce, but it all looked lovely. And as a vendor, we were offered the opportunity, because you are here for the event, you could also eat and feast of the event's food, if you so chose, because you are part of the event. Now you still have to pay for the plate, and plates there were $100. Fuck that shit. I had room service, French fries, and chicken tenders. All right. Al and I took turns going back to our room, getting food. Okay. Fuck that, man. It was still like $100, but whatever. It wasn't $200. So dinner starts. Now, I wasn't aware as to what this event was all about, what people were there for. I thought, you know, fantasy ball, who knows? I didn't realize there was entertainment for the evening. First up was a dance troupe of traditional Ukrainian dance. Stuff that I came from in my, you know, youth. This is my culture. I was thrilled to see it. And I thought, debauchery? This is just a bunch of handsome men dancing. What the fuck? What are you talking about? This is normal fantasy ball shit. And then the aerialist. the ring appears on the stage. And a lingerie'd up woman begins to do things to that pole in that ring that I chose not to gaze upon. Out of decency and dignity and happiness and satisfaction in my marriage, I chose to in fact be on my phone whilst she was performing. And I realized, my friends, we were at a romantasy ball. We were at a romantasy ball. Of course, that was not the main attraction. So I was wondering what the big deal with this whole ACOTAR Book Talk ball would be. What is the thing that everyone paid a lot of money to go to? Why was Ella's friend Bunny, who's another vendor who wanted to go to the event but didn't want to pay for the ticket for the event because it was like $400-500, so you pay for the vendor table to get into the event anyway. Yes, you have to be a vendor there. Maybe you make back your money, who knows? But hey, man, you're there for the event and you can see the main attraction. A person that I had never heard of until that day. That was the highlight main individual that people traveled. They traveled. You guys must understand. People traveled for this ball. They sold out seats. They had no more tickets left. They had waiting fucking list tickets. They had non-dinner tickets they had to add on top of it so you could go see the show. This was the main attraction, my friends. And it was a man that I don't remember his name. It's like, I think it's Joel Suddy. I think it was Joel. I never remember, his last name was Suddy, or maybe not his last name, but his stage name. I don't know. But his name was I think it was Joel Suddy. And he is a violinist. He is a musician and a composer of sorts. Now, I didn't realize this, but apparently he's a big fucking deal. Apparently, he is a book talk romantasy musician. What could that possibly be? Well, I did some digging. And apparently, this wonderfully gifted and very earned practiced violinist does music to accompany and to be inspired by the favored romantasy books of the book talk crowd, to which he played a 20 or so minute set. And I will tell you, I have never seen a group of 300 women so fucking locked in my entire life. All right? This was like esports level shit. StarCraft 2 finals, okay? People were locked the fuck in. People, as soon as he came out there, man, everyone just phones out, getting as close to the stage as possible. Holy shit, this guy was a living demigod. A celebrity of deep and profound importance in this crowd, to which I have no idea what the whole deal was with them. But very interesting stuff. Not my kind of classical music, you know, was a little different for me, let's just say, from the kind of classical music that I grew up loving and listening to. Wasn't exactly, you know, the complex, deep, technical kind of violin music that I grew up playing in my violin. This was something more from the spirit and the soul. This was something that connected with this entire ballroom on a level that was very delightful to watch. And that's why they were there. And I had no idea that this was the main event. This guy in his 20-minute set was the reason people spent hundreds of dollars on the tickets, plus hundreds more on the actual hotel, plus hundreds of dollars in travel. They went for this man. So I enjoyed it. I tried to just, you know, take it in. Thought, hey, that was cool. You know, got to see this guy. I'm sure people who care would be very jealous to know that I got to see this guy. But his performance ended. He went and took some pictures, signed some autographs over in the corner for a good long while, as that was the main sort of thing going on for a while. But then dinner wrapped up and the drinking started. Now, this is an interesting crowd, okay? You have around 300 women dressed up in beautiful ball gowns with masquerade masks on, extravagant jewelry, face paints and gems stuck to their cheeks, elf ears. This was a crowd. And if you imagine the crowd getting rowdy, just think maybe 400 bottles of wine got consumed that night. And I saw this dignified group of 300 ballgoers descend into a debaucherous, drunken, revelrous crowd dancing to remixes of fantasy music alongside 2000s hip hop. And you know what happens when drunk ballgoers, or when the fantasy romantic ballgoers get drunk? They start buying dice, and that's great. You know, that's fantastic. I had a half-hour long conversation about somebody who wanted to talk about my soul as an artist. That was weird. But you know what I will say? They were a good time. They were a good time, you know? They're all nice. They're polite. All right? And at one point in time, for those of you who care about the sport of baseball, you would know that on Saturday was the conclusion of the Baseball World Series, in which Canada, for the first time in about 30-something years, had a team, our only team currently in the Major League Baseball, MLB League, in the finals, in a Game 7, a rather nail-biting event for many Canadians, the most watched World Series, or the most watched baseball game in all of Canadian history. So, of course, Ella and I had our phone up, and we had this game playing, to which I don't know how it, I think the other vendors saw, and eventually a crowd formed. And within this crowd of every single man who attended the event, all four of them were behind watching the baseball game, as well as maybe a crowd of 25 gowned up, half drunk, wine glass in hand, fantasy ball attendees of this phalanx of drunken women screaming at the phone for the Blue Jays to win, which they did not. But it did not deflate the mood too much. For after the Blue Jays lost, and everyone said, well, that was fun. Hey, you know, thanks for letting us watch on your phone. Back to the event. They all then drowned their sorrows by drinking more. By the end of the night, man, people were coming up to the table, like glass in hand, stumbling, asking me for like the fourth time what art or what the dragon is from. It was interesting, okay? But I'll say it. I like the crowd. They're a good time. They are a good time. All of the warnings, Evan, a book talk romantasy event. Oh, this is dangerous, man. You got to be careful, bro. You got to be careful. You don't know what you're getting into. This is going to be a whole thing, man. You don't know. Fair enough. And I appreciate the warnings. But I even heard something that, you know, startled me. When someone said, Evan, these are like dignified furries. And I said, whoa, what does that mean? Not in that they're into furry shit, but they're into the fact that this is a rabid fandom. Okay? And they're going to expect you to be into this shit. And I'm like, okay. I don't have any problems. They are great. They were great. The debauchery, it was over there, man. Every time they came up to talk to me, and Ella spent a lot of the night in the room, so I was there alone for most of it. Every time, they were nice and they were fun. And you know what? I'll admit it. I'll just say it. I don't want to say it, but I'll say it. I don't want to say it. if you are an artist and you are looking for a market of people to work for, Book Talk Girlies, they got the fucking cash, dude. Holy shit. They got the cash. I have never had anyone so non-disputive over pricing of anything that I do. People ask me about commissions and whatever, fucking coffee requests and shit. Hey, gotta buy it. They're just chilling, man. They're a bunch of professional women in their 30s just having a good time. All right? You go to these fucking Comic-Cons, bro, you know what the worst crowd is? The anime crowd. They're all like 19, 20, 22-year-olds that don't have jobs, play fucking video games all day, and whine about how they can't afford anything. And you know what? Fuck them. I don't care. The real crowd, the real group you want to get in with is apparently the Book Talk Girlies, man. They're all in their 30s. They all have professional jobs, and they all dive into their novels as soon as they get home to get away from whatever heinous fucking job that they have to work to casually make 6 figures a year. So when they go to a romantasy event, they can blow, you know, $1,000 grand on their dress, another grand on tickets and hotel, and then just like a French or like Byzantine monarch just hurl cash at things that they think is fun. And you know what? They appreciate the art. They do. The anime dudes, man, the furries, they don't care, bro. They're just like, hey, AI, whatever, I don't care. Give me my booba art, and I don't want to pay for it. The Book Talk Girlies, here's the crazy thing about the Book Talk Girlies. They want shit made bespoke for them by people. Dude, holy fuck. They're the real MVPs of art. Like, if you want to find a solid client base, holy God, get it with the Book Talk Girlies. So, with that said, I had a lot of requests for art. Oh, have you done this character? Have you done this? You should do this. You should do these 2 characters. And it was getting a little unhinged, okay? Oof. Just a little... Had some real weird requests, okay? Especially some of the guy... Anyway. But the next event, the next fantasy ball, Ellen and I have already agreed to go. We've agreed the new, the newfound fantasy ball scene in Alberta, apparently it's brand new and people are rabid for it, is doing very well. And the same group, the same people that put on this fantasy ball are doing one next year. And it is on Halloween in the Banff Fairmont Hotel. And it is, for one, it's on Halloween in the most haunted hotel in Canada. I think it might be the most haunted hotel in North America. It's one of the top 5 most haunted hotels in all the world. It's a fucking Scottish castle in the mountains. All right, like let's be real here. That's and it's big enough that they were going to try and get the biggest ballroom they had because they had so many extra seats and so many extra people and so few seats. So we already agreed. The organizers said, "You guys are amazing. Your table looks great. People loved you having here. I hope you'll consider coming back and being vendors for next year." And I said, absolutely, we're there. So next year we'll be there on Halloween in Banff, Alberta, for the next Romantasy Ball, which has another theme to it. You see, this theme was Aquatar. It was the ball under the mountain. I don't know what the mountain is, and I don't know what that's under it, but apparently that's where we were. This next ball is themed after the book's 4th wing. And I believe, if I have my facts straight, that the next one has a certain draconic persuasion to it. So, I gotta do some dragon shit for them. Because, man, Book Talk Girlies by Prince. I am done with the anime crowd. I'm done with them. It's over. It's over. I'm retiring. I said that I would have an opinion one way or another when I came back from this ball. I was not expecting to have such a favorable opinion of the Book Talk Girlies. I was not expecting this. But what it has done is it's solidified for me that I am done with this anime bullshit. All right? Weebs out. Get out. Gone. It's over. The dream is dead. Project Evangeline, fucking rebrander. Oh man, it was fun, dude. It was a good event. I mean, obviously I was like working the whole time, and it's not like I would go. There was at one point one of the vendors, she was like Ella was up in her room. She's like, "Oh, I'll watch your table. You should go dancing and stuff with everybody." And I was like, "Dancing?" She's like, "Yeah, everybody's having fun. Go hang out for a bit. Go dancing." I'm like, "Ma'am, I'm married, and that's a dance floor with like maybe 75 drunk book talk girlies in their 30s. Nope. I'm not going over there. Nope, not doing anything in there. I'm staying firmly behind my table. All right. Didn't drink nothing. Didn't do nothing. Just, eyes front. Apparently there were stories though. Apparently there were things happening throughout the event that I didn't know about. Didn't see, didn't whatever. But apparently it was a fairly well-behaved fantasy ball. So, hey man, I'll go to the next one, I guess. Definitely solidified my opinion that, that I'm now a book talk adjacent artist. Now, do I have any desire to ever read any of this fucking smut? Absolutely not. Fucking get that garbage out of here. But I really like the crowd. They're really cool. They're my jam. They were cool. So, yeah, Ella and I drove home. We stopped in Banff for a little bit because it's kind of on the way out to where we are, because we're kind of on the edge of the mountains there. And it's always like although Banff is like right the fuck there for me, it's like a fucking like 30-minute drive that way. I don't go all that often because I don't know, so Ella and I stopped there for a while and chilled out and had a bit of a relaxing kind of Sunday on the way home. But what an experience, man, getting to stay in a big fancy hotel that's normally, thousands upon thousands of dollars or whatever for a night. It was pretty cool. It was pretty unique. I don't know if I'll do that again at any point in time soon. I mean, I guess I will next year because we have the next ball, It's gonna be legit. I think so, Cobalt. I think the new venue for it will be better because although the Chateau Lake Louise is beautiful, it's kind of small compared to the Banff Springs Fairmont Hotel. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. There's also apparently a fantasy ball that we got invited to as vendors or whatever in the summer in Calgary. So I don't know. Maybe this is a whole new crowd. This is a whole new thing that I didn't realize was an event that now Ella and I have to go to. Good God, man. There's just so much shit to do every year. That's okay. Had people ask about like prints and stuff, and I was like talking about how like my next big project was my trading card project, and they were feral. They told me that I should have had my trading cards there, I did not think that Book Talk girlies had an eye for trading cards, but yeah, I finished doing some tests and stuff and got everything good, so I can actually, got my final test whatever packs done this week. So they're a little bigger, a little bit fancier than the previous ones. But they were telling me that I should have had it for that event. That they would have gone rabid for trading cards. Who knew? Who knew that Book Talk girlies like trading cards? Would have thought that would have been not part of their genre, but here we are. Rough rule of thumb, someone who can afford the Fairmont is not worried about spending a few bucks. Regular con show goers are much more budget sensitive, as you've noticed. Yeah, I mean, that's true. Now, to be fair, obviously the Fairmont is, like I said, it's normally about $1,000 a night, but if you had the ticket, you got a special rate that we as vendors also got. So our hotel for the night was only about $400 and something. And I know that's an absurd amount to spend on a hotel. That's not the most expensive hotel I've ever been in. I think the most I've ever spent for a hotel was probably on our honeymoon, staying at the New Otani or the Grand Hyatt in Tokyo, and that was close to $1,000 or whatever. I think a night ish, maybe. But anyway, this was definitely up there with one of the nicest hotels. But exactly, I mean, Steve makes a good point that You know, yeah, if you can afford a fantasy ball. And there was a couple people though, because I wasn't sure, there's a few people that said something along the lines of, oh man, I spent all my money coming here, I don't have any money for nice dice. Oh well. And that's fair enough, right? But a lot of people were like it was so fun. There was this one girl who was there. So, okay, most of the guys who were there were dressed as the main character, the main male interest in Aquatar. I think his name was Rysand or whatever, but tall, dark, and handsome. And I noticed this because he had like tattoos on his chest. And so the main guy who was there as the main cosplayer for this character, I saw him putting on the temporary tattoos earlier before the event started, right? So I saw these guys with these tattoos sort of sticking out of their, like these temp tattoos sticking out of their shirt. And I'm like, oh, they're all dressed up as this guy. Some of them had fucking little wingies on. So that was most of the guys who were there were dressed in cosplay with this guy, and then any of the girls that were there accompanying those guys were dressed then as the girl that the main cosplayers were, red hair and whatever. Okay, anyway. And this one couple comes up, and like the guy's like kind of looking, and he's like, oh, these are so nice. He's like looking at a geo, looking at whatever, you know. And the girl's just like, she's looking at dice too, and she's like, oh, okay, I want this set or whatever. Just point at $150 set, just no problem. They just point at $150 dice and wrap them up, bitch. Like, oh, I'm like, okay, yes, ma'am, you know, just whatever. Like, no consideration, no contemplation, no, not even worrying about price points or whatever. Just hey, that, you know, swipe it. So I'm like wrapping it up, and then the girls look at the guy. She's like, "You want anything, babe?" And he's like, "Oh no, I mean, and she's like, "Oh no, you like that geode set." And he's like, "Yeah, but I mean, like, it's really nice." And he like looks at me and he says, "It's really nice, but like, it's a bit expensive for me." And she's like, "Put that on too." And I'm like, she's like, "Pack that one up too for me, please." I'm like, "Oh, sure." And the guy's like, "No, come on, you don't have to do that." And she's like, she has a fan. She smacks him in the nose with like the fan, but like she folds the fan up, smacks him in the nose, and she says, "You came to the event with me. Let mama treat you." And he gets all kind of embarrassed and shit. And whatever. So I sold them dice, but it's just like that, the power moves from these book talk girlies. The power moves from them. They gave zero shits. And this as the contrast to when I have prints for sale and I'm talking to people at conventions and they're like, whoa, $25 for a print. I don't know, man. $25 for a print. Yo, can you do 10? Can you do 10? Can you do 10 even? Could you do 2 for 20? Is that a... Fine, you know what? Fuck it. Fine. The book talk girlies, they can be my primary market. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a shit anymore. All right? I don't care. They win. So, yeah, no, there was some weird characters there. There was one girl that was like, she was convinced that that Ella's characters were fan art from some book series she wrote or that she read. And I tried to tell her, no, they're from an original stuff. And she kept looking at me and kind of giving me winks like it's okay. We don't have to admit that we both read the same series here. And I just caught the name. I don't remember what the name was. I don't even want to just fuck it, but I Googled it after and I read the synopsis. I will always be on the outside of this fandom. I will never know what it's all about. But god damn it, I will happily work for them, okay? I'm officially for hire for the book talk girlies. I also know my fucking drink. I'll go to that later. Fourth wing, enter the brutal and elite world of War College for Dragon Riders. See, I could draw dragons for them, right, Atari? I've heard that fourth wing is more tame than Aquatar. I don't know how true that is. Obviously, I haven't read them, but I did hear people say, oh, fourth wing is a little bit more mainstream. It's a little bit more tame than A Court of Thorns and Roses. So I don't know, man. I said it before, if you have to ask how much you can't afford it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's yeah, the crowd, like Elo gets people at conventions pretty frequently that will say things like, whoa, you should lower your prices. No one's gonna buy dice for, you know, $100 or whatever. To which she then sells all of her dice out, you know, and it's whatever. So like the price complainers, you know, they do come out, but not a single one at this event. It was insane. Complete opposite of the Anime Expo crowd that she went to earlier in the year. So might ask about a volume discount if I'm buying 10 at a time or an entire set. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, you know, like whole sets. That's totally, that makes sense. But a lot of artists also, they do the, like, you know, the whatever for, you know, 3 for something, like buy 1 get 4 free kind of thing. And for me, it's always difficult because my material cost is so much higher. You know, a lot of artists that go to like I don't want to spoil the art crowd, convention crowd. I don't want to ruin things for them. You know, I'm not looking to make any enemies here, but the vast majority of artists that go to conventions, they pay somewhere between 15 and 30 cents per print. So when they sell them for $20 each or 3 for 50 or whatever, that's like that's super easy. They don't give a shit, man. They rip up their prints. They don't sell at the end of the day. For me, my paper cost alone for prints is like for $8 sometimes, or it can be a lot more for bigger prints. So I can never do that kind of thing, you know, and then time and printing, and I make it all like numbers. So yeah, it's like a lot of people that will see my art will have the same expectation of convention stuff. Like, you're at a convention, you're an artist, which means you follow the same format. It's like close, but not really. So yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a lot of people were very, very much used to that. Small like discounts for even buying like 1 or 2 or something like that. And the only thing I have, I think, a discount for is when people buy the art cards that I don't even have on my online store, but I just have them at like at the store that Ella is has retail space at. So Sabine, it was interesting. It was interesting. Yeah, it was cool. I TLDR Sabine, because I've been talking for the last hour almost about the event. TLDR, I'm now a firm supporter of the Book Talk girlies. They are a fun crowd, and they got the fucking money to back it up. Zero price whiners, just slapping down bands on tables, asking for art of hot Book Talk men or whatever they wanted. So no, it was cool. They were fun. They were a rowdy and fun bunch of nerds, you know. So it was cool. I think it's cool you hold your prints to a higher standard. Well, I mean, so you know what's weird though is that I don't even hold my prints necessarily to the standard of fine art prints that like a lot of like that real artists do their work, like hold their work with. Like, it's so weird that's the thing is that the convention going crowd of poster print, sort of, you know, that entire kind of method of selling prints, that's become the default. You know, that's like the norm now, which is makes sense to me, I guess. But I don't even necessarily like the fact that I make prints that are an unlimited series. Like, whenever you buy a 13x19 print, I number them, but they're not in a limited series or a limited edition. And then obviously the 8.5x11 prints, they aren't even numbered. And so there are artists out there that are like fine artists and whatever that would like cringe and crawl into their skin knowing that I do that. So it's kind of like I'm somewhere in between. You know, I kind of LARP as a big artist sometimes, and I do like my formal art print series that I mailed out last week or whatever. But then I also do like more convention stuff, but I don't go fully convention stuff. So I don't know. It's always funny to me to see how people either really like it or they really hate it, or they really fucking hate it. They either adore it or they think it's the worst, dumbest thing ever. Why wouldn't you make your prints for, you know, like talking to the artists at Edmonton Expo was really revealing to me, where I kind of like had it like ingrained in me what is the standard really that now, and that blows my mind. So yeah, no, I mean, I do want to hold my work to a higher standard, because if I don't, the way I see it is, if I don't respect my work in the way that I feel I want to, then I lose my drive to do it. Then it just becomes about money. And that's a big mistake, I think. That is a creative pit that I think you jump into and you can't crawl back out of, you know. So Glad they wholly accepted you, your art, and the beautiful dice. They were cool. Yeah, they were really cool. I don't know. It was an event. I already agree. Elle and I agreed to go to the next one, which is next year on Halloween, which is a Fourth Wing event. Sabine, I don't know if you're familiar with this series, but yep, that was the whole thing. So, all right, Steve, have fun, man. Welcome back. Say what's up, dude. So yeah, anyway, today we're just gonna get back into the swing of things, do some art, some concept stuff. Got some stuff to finish up from coffee related things, and also I think I want to try and do the other character here. And I've been writing a little more. Okay, I've been writing a little bit more about our heroes, Veyron and Kolos, our two Astral Knight protagonists, or Astral Knight and Astral Sage protagonists. So I think I'm gonna want to do some art for them, and just chill, just get back into the swing of things today. So every tech related thing seems to be working okay. I think the only thing that's a little janky is YouTube music, which I gotta figure out, I think, because I don't want to keep paying for Spotify if I can use YouTube music, even though I kind of fucking hate it comparatively to the experience of Spotify. So care for the Teor art. What is it about the Teor art that you're so enchanted by, Nick? Is Teor your favorite character, or do you just want to really see a Leonin that bad? What is it about Teor that has you so excited? Because I'm glad you're excited. There was no Critical Role this last week, so I don't have any like it's not like I'm missing out on any story or whatever. And I don't think he's been in the last couple of episodes, right? Because they kind of like broke the group apart or something. Did that happen? Hold up, where's our boy here? Where's our Astral Knight boy? We'll do a couple concepts for him, because I don't know how broody versus how like military-y I want this kid to be, so we'll do a couple of them. Yo, Kildred, what's up, dude? Thanks for the raid, yo. Welcome in, guys. Thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it. How y'all doing? What's up, dude? What y'all working on today? What are y'all doing? Tell me your stories. Tell me your tales. Okay. Ooh, where was our... No, that was hair reference. Where's our... There we go. Kolos. There's our boy. There's our boy. Who's going to have his sword up. Okay. Fair enough. Sword at ready. We're going to have two of them together. All right. We'll record the process for this, and we'll see if we like them or if we want to do a less broody version of our homeboy here. So let me start recording, yo. There we go. I feel like you spent some time developing a style. I feel very all over the place. So what do you mean by you feel very all over the place? And why do you think you don't have a style? What do you mean by style? Because I've had to think about this a little bit from my little art peepos and people ask me questions on this, and I'm very curious. I feel I am missing something in the conversation, the greater art conversation of style, and I need to be better informed on this. So what do you mean by style, and what are you stressed out by not having it? Say. Can't decide which campaign 4 group I'm most excited to follow. I think the other group with Wikander and Tyranny, I think is going to be more fun for me, because I feel like they're dealing with more of that like lore shit. The one with like the current one, I guess, that they're going off and doing stuff with Sabine, I feel like it's going to be more of that theatrical drama that people really love about Critical Role. But I really want that like world building lore type shit that we're going to get out of the other group, I think. That, or it's just going to be dumb memes by Whitney, which I'm definitely there for as well, if that's the way it goes. So just a practice piece, fair enough. I mean, you never stop the grind, right? Well, I appreciate the raid again. Thanks for stopping by. I'll have to do some snooping if you don't mind later and see what y'all are working on. There's nothing I enjoy more after stream than going and seeing what my artist peers on Twitch are doing, getting inspired, you know. So yo, go drop a follow, go say hi, guys. Go hit that shout out link and go smash it and say what's up. See, something that's not like everyone else you draw that are basically human with elven or dwarven facial features. Oh, okay, yeah. So you just really want to see a Leonin. That's fair. That's fair. Which group is seeming most interesting to me too? Yeah, I mean, like there's a lot of like kind of the Critical Role fan base that really adores the like dramatic, theatric sort of like the stuff that like Abria and what's his name, Liam are really good at, and that entire vibe. And that's awesome, and I'm super happy for them for having that and liking that. But me, I really want the kind of mystery, the story, the lore. I'm less impressed by like the story about the characters. I want to know about the world. The world's my favorite character in any story. So that's what I want to know about all that shit going on with the ooh, we can talk about episode 1 now, can we? We're trying to be 3 weeks. We can talk about episode 2. I forget. Maybe we'll just do 1 week and people can have like a grace period for, just to not have it be confusing, right? Because I don't even remember what week we were on. I know we can talk about week 1 spoilers, but I don't think. Yeah, actually, I have no idea. I have no idea where we're at for spoiler territory. Second part of what I said, but I think it comes down to consistency of form for me. Your work is beautifully cohesive and recognizable as yours and yours only. I think I largely lack experience, which is why I'm always doing studies. Yeah, so I think my opinion currently, and it might be an incomplete opinion right now, say, but where I'm at with the style dilemma right now for a lot of artists is because I think I've heard a lot of people saying things that they feel the same way you feel right now about lacking style, wanting to find something that like you can just kind of like perform that thing. And I talked with Minnie and Alf about this last time we met for a good maybe almost hour about style. And I think I really have come down to basically the idea that you should learn how to draw representationally first, and your style will be something that you don't have to think about. Like if you're thinking about your style, you're doing it wrong. You're like the thing that the stylistic choices that you subconsciously make that'll be your signature will come from ways that you understand and simplify what is actually there. And I think that artists that are trying to get to a style without going the long path will always feel like they're on unsteady ground. That's like kind of where my opinion's at right now. I know that a lot of people don't want to hear that because it's kind of boring. It's like, but like, I don't know what else to say for it. You know, it's like, you want to find a good style? Great. Learn how to draw first. Learn how to represent reality. Learn how to paint first. And then you will naturally, like, I've never seen an artist say like, I want to go learn anime, and then they go learn anime and the best anime artist ever. You know, every artist that I know that really has been like at the top of their craft for considered to be in one style or another, I think that they have this idea of drawing what's there, creating representational reality, artwork, whatever, and then the stylistic thing that they're known for is the shortcuts that they take to arrive at whatever they're trying to get to faster, you know? So I don't know. I'd say don't worry about it. I'd say just keep going with your practice and your studies, and you'll find it, and you'll get there, you know? You will arrive at your style faster than maybe you think. So Mars improved dramatically since I started doing the faster studies. Yeah, no, that's a great way of like forcing yourself to understand what's there is by working quickly. Like trying to get people to understand the value of doing gesture drawing or gesture studies is very it's difficult to explain, but once you sort of feel it, it's kind of one of those just trust me and do it type things, and then people are like, damn, that's super useful, you know? Like that might be the way that I think I have to teach art, is just trust me and do it. Like obviously I think that it's good to explain why you're asking students to do stuff. It's good to like explain to them, you know, hey, this is the point of this exercise. But I think maybe there's a value in just shut up, do it, trust me, and then report back after your 100 hands. You know what I mean? That may be the best way to think about it, you know? Same happened to me with a writing style. I never thought I had one until I sat and read back over several years of stories. That's when you find your style you developed. Sure, yeah, 100%, you know? It's almost like it's almost intuitive, like it just kind of happens, you know? It's not intuitive to search for it, but it'll just sort of like happen on its own. Which is not satisfying though, because a lot of people want to like work for it or whatever. Sorry, one sec. Give me a sec. Okay, sorry. Thought I heard something downstairs. Listen, man. There've been some bears in and around here, bro. I gotta be careful, yo. I gotta be on guard, you know? I got a small dog. I gotta be out there looking out for her, so. Wait, what? Oh, revolting. Okay, I see. Yeah, man. Hey. Exclamation revolt with great caution. Always exclamation revolt with caution. Sometimes it'll get you. And you won't be the wiser. We shall remember say, the sacrifice made in the name of memes. For another 50 seconds or whatever. Season hit with the timeout? Yep. Gotta be careful, bro. That stream elements will get you. That's funny. That's one of the only commands that came over from Streamlabs. Was the fucking timeout shit. Because the mods thought it was hilarious. I think it's funny too, but it's just funny that that's one of the only ones that actually made it over. They're like, all right, guys, we need to make sure the important commands come with us, so. All right, we have our more dramatic version here. We'll do a slightly less dramatic and a more kind of squared away. Because our Astral boy here, he's gonna be kind of broody, but he's also very much like a by the books kind of knight for the most part too. So he's a good boy. Maybe we don't want to make him too broody. I don't know. I think he's too young. I don't think we can beard him up though. Unfortunately, I don't think we can beard him up, which sucks because I don't even know how to draw male characters anymore without beards. Right? They'll just look like book talk protagonists at that point in time. Cube Revolution? What? Thorkin, you would never, would you? You would never ban people just for having the wrong shape opinion, would you? Come on, man. I mean, I respect it, so yeah, no, that's actually probably entirely valid. Yeah, 100% fine. In fact, get him out of here. We introduced one orb meme and lost 3 mods because of it. They were so mad about it. I gotta choose between a dumb meme and 3 of the oldest mods. Thorkin's here just to keep the balance and disturb the reign of the orb. And try and get his own geometric supremacy in there. Okay. So for our Astral Knights, we do have them wearing breastplates now. The question is, do we want to have our Astral Knights wearing... what kind of armor do we put them in? Because I'm okay with them having more armor than they did before, than just being monks. Reminds me Balance of the Force. Yeah, man. It's good, Thorkin. I got back from the fantasy ball. You know? Been taking care of Ella for the last couple of days. She's been a little under the weather. So that's why I didn't stream the day I got back or anything. But it's been good, man. It's been chilling. Did you watch the World Series, Thorkin? On Saturday? Because I watched the World Series on Saturday when I was at the ball. With a bunch of screaming, ball-gowned up drunk women. So that was an experience. Yeah, what a heartbreaker, right? What a heartbreaker. Oh, well. There's always next decade, you know? There's always next decade. Apparently, they're talking about expanding the MLB scene in Canada. You know, apparently Canada's becoming a little sporting place. We got ventures. We got Grand Prix happening. We got MLB World Series happening in Canada. Who'd have thought, man? Our little country of 3 million people hosting such grand events on the world stage. Wow, man. You know, could you imagine? Also, watch all worlds, Faker being the GOAT. I didn't see him. I didn't see what happened. I didn't see a single game. I didn't watch any of it. I've been trying to avoid, because I really want to watch the finals, but I've been spoiled, so it's all been spoiled for me, unfortunately. But I still want to watch the finals. Were they actually good games, or was it just like an unfortunate amount of dominance? Were they even close? Like, I don't even know who was in the finals, you know? I don't know shit. I did talk with my physio yesterday about about League of Legends. Apparently he was like a pretty accomplished League of Legends player and streamer back in the day, which is pretty cool. So when I talk about like wrist injuries from gaming, he like knows exactly what I'm talking about, you know? Tua made massive comeback from 5k gold down, don't know how, but it was insane. Really? They were behind? Okay. I'll admit, this is not what I was expecting. I was not anticipating that. That's dope though. All right. Sick. All right, fair enough. I don't have any Critical Role to catch up on after being gone for the weekend, though, so I guess we can spend some time and watch some League of Legends or some shit. All right, Kolos. How's this for a design? What do we think? Protagonists, Varen and Kolos. How do we feel about them? I think they're pretty cool. Hold up. Let me move everything over here. Let's see if I can get them both close together. Varen and Kolos. Can we imagine them going on adventures together as an Astrolite and a Sage? So I should finish the design before I make my mind up. I'm not committing anything. Even if I finish the design, I'm not committing anything. Not until I release something on an official capacity. I might use, like, if I don't use the art for Kolos or Varen, I'll still use the art for other sages or other characters, but I gotta, you know, I gotta feel it. It's gotta feel right. It's gotta feel like it fits them. I can't just do any piece for these characters, alright? It's been a very strange year for T1. They came in Worlds as underdogs, now they're in the finals. Dude, Faker's just not, like, he's not gonna lose, man. He's the guy. Like, having a Faker jersey signed would be the only other jersey I'd want from League of Legends now that I have my Core JJ signed jersey. Having a jersey signed by Core JJ, you know, hey, right? Like, what else do you need, man? You know? An astral feeling? More like a dumb writer's intuition or whatever. Not that I'm a writer by any stretch. Not that I'd ever consider myself in that caliber of being a real writer. But I still have an intuition for my characters. I want them to feel a certain way. I want them to I want the art to be the character, you know? And I normally start with the art and then do whatever I'm doing with the character. So this is going to be a bit of a different process here. We're going kind of in reverse in some ways, you know? Figure has a switch for worlds. He's basically Hero X now, so becomes the unkillable Demon King. Well, he's got that, like, clutch mentality or whatever, you know? He's able to, like, lock in on that shit really well. Which is really cool. it's also kind of amazing that he's had like a resurgence and like a second prime. You know, you look at any like athlete or competitor or whatever, and typically they have their like prime and they never kind of like really return to it. You know, I mean that's what you call it a prime. But hasn't Faker had like two what years has he won like major titles? He had like a small run like 10 years ago or whatever, right? And then now he has like another run going or whatever. Like, how does my man, you know, pull that out after being kind of written off as being his time has come and gone, you know? That to me is very interesting. People who are like always kind of prodigies or really good or whatever, that's like cool, I guess. But I really find people very interesting that like that weren't like at the very top and then became like the top of their game in some ways or another. And although Faker was the very top like for a long time, he like kind of fell out a little bit and then came back. Right? It's kind of like if you know like football, like Tom Brady was like a really low drafted player and then became the greatest of all time. That's interesting to me. There wasn't like a first overall like Giga Chad or whatever. 2013 to 17 and 22 to present. That's insane, man. Like how do you just win? Okay. All right. Yeah, all right. Oh no, what kind of hairstyle though? Let me try something different for him real quick. A couple little concept sketches here. I did a little bit of art drawing in my sketchbook for these two characters, but I kind of forgot what I was working on it midway through and didn't finish them, so I have to kind of do that shit again or whatever. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm slightly concerned, but I'm not worried. Try a couple things out here and see if what fits. Are you taking the Greco class? No, it's like what, $300 or some shit? I want to. There's a good chance I might still. But how expensive is it? It is like $300, isn't it? Because that's a lot. It's worth it though, definitely. Any investment in oneself is always worth it. And one's skills. So long as you are maybe contemplative of how to apply that skill. I think it's probably always worth it. 120 only? I thought it was like 300. What the fuck? Oh shit. Why not then? I wonder if he's still working at Blizzard. Like, I wonder if he's still principal for WoW, or if he's doing some other shit now. I think he did some War Within stuff, and then I'm not sure if he did anything else with them. He was working on a super secret project, maybe. That could also very well be the case. Wait, what the hell? Oh no, I'm recording. Okay, good. We're chilling. Bro, I want to take some classes, but from John Park so bad. Like $1.50 each or whatever, you know? What am I trying to do here with this one? Same thing, just like down a little bit, you know? 1 minute 30 seconds. 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 Maybe that's too youthful. Probably is. The broody style is definitely fine for Astroknights. Question is, how broody do we want to go versus how kind of more military-esque do we want our Astroknights to be? Versus how, like, kind of classic fantasy, right? Yo, and thank you for the follow, Caitlin. I appreciate that. Thank you. 120, 150 without discount for 22 classes. Man, dude, for 22 different, like, tutorial classes. I got 2 weeks to buy it. I mean, 22-ish lessons from Dafrid von Greco.
Sketches, we're going to look at some of the proportions, what makes a character really stand out, you know, what makes a character unique from all the other games that exist out there. We're going to be having assignments, so you're going to work on your own characters.
Dude.
And I have all the assignments written as if they're being presented to you from a designer in the studio already. So it'll be like you're actually getting an assignment for a real working position. I think one of the most important things everybody's going to take away
he's
from
so
this course
handsome.
is kind of how to approach your work and how to prepare your portfolio for entering into the field.
Wait,
creativity.
I'm not going to the field.
Character design is one of the most important things in how you can adapt it to work with the design team and with the art team. So we're going to learn a lot of those skills, and I think it's going to really show in so much of the work that you produce for your portfolio. Having that process of sketches where you took one idea and developed it into another and then presented it into a final painting. What does a concept artist actually do, especially in a game studio?
That's me.
You have the first look of what something could be that only exists in somebody else's head. So whether it's quick sketches, you know, color studies, anything that could be assigned to the concept artist.
Get that Volpera out of here, man.
More detail and figure out specific things that need to get modeled. Whether it's characters, props, piece of the environment. You know, I've been doing concept art for close to about 20 years in the industry.
Jesus. All right. So here's the thing. Good morning, Ashley. What's up, bro? So normally, I think I would be somewhat hesitant, somewhat hesitant to take $120 and light it on fire for the hope of a tutorial. Now, why would I consider my man Dave here? I think it's because Dave is one of the few concept artists that is an industry grade concept artist. Obviously, he's like principal sort of character design on pretty big projects. But he has the pedigree of a YouTuber. He has been doing this for a while and thusly has earned some skills of being more communicative. So I think that he'd probably have a pretty good, like, ability to kind of like teach. So fuck, man, I should do it. I should just do it. I should do it. I should just do it, shouldn't I? I've liked his tutorials in the past. All right, fuck it. I'll do it. I'll do it. Yep, I'll do it. Fine. Fine, you win. I'll give you a tutorial for only $5. Ooh, what's the tutorial on, Ashy? What is it on? I swear to God, if this is an Uma Musume tutorial. I swear, man. Dude, Ashley, I had like a 30-minute conversation with somebody about fucking Draw Steel at the book talk event. I was telling them about how I'm excited to play my first game and how my group is currently playing it together right now. They were very excited for me, the thought of me being able to play and try it out for the first time. So it's kind of cute, actually. Who knew the crossover would be there? Kind of like, wait, it's kind of like a loot box. 90% of topics will be no clue / shrug. So it's like a gotcha tutorial. Is that the ultimate way of creating sort of the tutorial market for artists? Is the gotcha loot box style, in which you might get something useful that you can do something with? but you also might get a video of just like Andy Warhol eating a cheeseburger, but instead it's just Ashy of Heart eating a cheeseburger. Like, that is one of the most formative videos in all of art and all of art culture, you know, is Andy Warhol eating a cheeseburger. And if that was what I was potentially getting with my Ashy of Heart tutorial, I'd do it. You wouldn't be able to stop me. This is the third how to draw hands I've gotten today. Can I give a directional lighting tutorial already? Oh no. How to draw hands. It's almost like you could just do portraiture for the rest of your career and never have to draw a character holding anything ever again. Wait. Evan, no. Don't get too comfortable with drawing portraits. You have to draw full body characters this year, or this month anyway. I think anyway. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that I saw a coffee notification for full body characters to be done. Maybe we try the short hair instead. That might be more Kolos than the long hair. I kind of like all of them though. I don't know. There is something about the long, broody, like fucking anime protagonist hair. It does fit with an Astral Knight, but I don't know if it fits Kolos though. Unrelated, I'm 35k words deep on a novel November. What the fuck? Garbage Fluff fanfic is getting more views than any YouTube video I've ever made. What? Wait. What is this? Hold up. What is this for? How are you that far into novel November? I have missed out on some lore here, apparently. When did you start this project? Skill issue? Yeah, absolutely. I'm not even gonna lie about it. Not even gonna pretend like it isn't. 100% a skill issue. And just that. What do we do? Do we give them the collars? Because I feel like the old Astronauts had their collars game on point. Why? The fuck? Hello? Computer? I was bragging this morning about how I wasn't having tech issues. The hell, man? Started planning it on Thursday, started writing it on Sunday after spending Saturday outlining. Had some unexpected company, so I was locked in my room with nothing better to do. God damn, bro. You wrote 35,000 words? Did you make a YouTube video about it? I'm so confused. Wait, what? Where'd you post this? Or are you posting it? How does it have views if it's not done? I'm so confused. Like I'm behind on everything. I don't know what's going on. On AO3. Oh, God. Okay. Ashy, do you have the courage to openly say publicly what this novel November piece is fanfic of? Or am I just going to guess Five Nights at Freddy's? Like, is that something you feel comfortable revealing? Or is there no amount of money that you could be paid to admit what you're writing fanfic for? That's fair too. You know, I'm not judgmental, all right? Be no judgments from me. Consider I'm making Realms of Eldara fan art fiction. There you go. I got there eventually. Because that's impressive. I honestly didn't think that anyone still used AO3. I thought that it was a defunct site, kind of like DeviantArt. I thought it was just like kind of memes, like, you know. I didn't realize anyone was actually still using that site, so. That's such a boomer thing to do. Were you like 4 when that anime came out? When did it first, hold on, when did it first come out? When did it first come out? Not the remake. 1989. Okay, never mind. Not even like 4. That's awesome. That's fucking hilarious, dude. What is this reboot shit? Do they actually do, is this a remake or like a new season or some shit? This can't be a continuation, right? This has to be a remake or some shit. I had no idea that they did this. That's so fucking funny. I don't know why I'm so amused by this. I had no idea that. I admit I was not expecting that. I was just not expecting that. So, Landlord's a boomer though. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, the reboot's more of a faithful reproduction of the original manga. No filler, nice new animations. Huh? Okay. I'll admit I watched the anime back in the 90s. 2000s era of my life. Don't think I ever read the manga, you know? What a staple, man. What a staple of the time, right? Wow. I'm impressed. Remakes on Netflix, you watch it? It's good? Damn. All right. Shit, bro. I had no idea. Dude, I haven't watched any anime in years at this point in time. I'm starting to struggle to even call myself an anime fan. Because it's just been so long, you know? It feels like it's just been forever, dog. The last anime piece that I've drawn was the piece for Stim Pack. And I think that's the last thing I'm going to do. Like whenever I do my next like VTuber series, like fan art series arc, whatever, I'm just doing it in the kind of the stuff that I do. I'm not doing it in anime style. It's not like any of them would have like any use for the art anyway. So why would I do it in a different style? You know, just to appeal to an audience that wouldn't want to see my own art anyway. You know, not that like happened or whatever. It's just. Oh, that's the entire manga in a room. How many volumes is that? How many fucking volumes is that? That's got to be a stack, a brick and a half. They told Ella not to buy me any manga this year for the holidays. We're gonna have to purge, move some furniture around and stuff, so one of the bookcases is gonna have to come out. It's gonna be the one where I keep all my ancient manga. Doing your VTuber art into Eldar NPCs? Well, if I'm doing it inspired by somebody, I don't know. Maybe inspired by their design, so I wouldn't want to like use that for anything else. Unless they're like a friend, like doing Vixie or Ashy or whatever would be one thing, but you know. Audio's back. No idea where you're building. Wait, working images of a man, unless it's to show the basic process steps. No, I was just trying some hairstyle stuff, trying to figure out what I want to do with him. How broody versus not we want to go with our Astronite boy here. I'm still contemplating it. I'm just doing a little bit of light sketching on it, seeing if something really stands out. It's my frontal lobe with a little bit of that inspiration juice. Say my metrics if you want to have a laugh. I do. Hold on. Where is this shit? Gotta scroll. Man, that is feet. That is VTuber feet. Oh no, okay, there we go. All right, let's see. That's hilarious, dude. Hundreds of people have read this. Oh my god. Now I'm intrigued. Actually, I'll admit this is an arc I did not expect. This is a. I'm so deeply impressed. Yeah. I still chat to vote with your wallet. People have been voting. Apparently, right? Wow, dude. All right, let's go. Get after it, I suppose, you know? Jesus, man. Okay. Okay. Or how armor we want to go. Let's see. Let's try some stuff, all right? What's up, Heat? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, man. I had no idea that I could look forward to this training arc from Ashy of Heart this year. I had no idea, but I'm absolutely thrilled. I didn't know I wanted this, but now that I know it's an option, this is definitely what I wanted in life. So, D&D Art unironically started as a shitpost. Popular tag on AO3 is Haposai died 10 years ago to avoid having to deal with such an annoying character to serious stories. What? On a shitpost where Haposai dying was the first chapter or the one shot. That's hilarious. That's actually hilarious. Okay. To think that's what people wanted. We've cracked the code. We know what the internet demands now. We know exactly what they want, and we're going to give it to them. You know? Fair ones are the Star Wars ones aimed at Palpatine because they're always something stupid. Dude, I have never read a Star Wars fan fiction ever. Can you imagine? Me of all people? To be fair, my first impression of fan fiction was when I was in high school and the weird girl in journalism class with a bead curtain that wanted to drink my blood tried to get me into the fan fiction community. So, you know, that didn't help. But you know, I could give it a chance. I like the passion. Doesn't legend count as fan fiction now? I'm gonna fucking throw you off a building, Thorka. I'm gonna throw your dumbass off a building. All right, that's not that's not cool. That was uncalled for. Listen, Disney has a very large budget for fan fiction. Okay, they have a hilariously large budget for fan fiction. And they're doing some decent stuff at it, you know? Good for them, eh? Good for them and their fan fix. Right? This is having fun and is doing well. I'm so impressed. I'm so unbelievably impressed. You are the most successful fan fiction writer I've ever met. I'm thrilled. I'm gonna brag to everyone. I already bragged to everyone that I knew Ashley Hart when she was only a girl from Allegan, but now I have even more to stack on there. The entire What If Marvel series is pretty much mini fan fiction. I've never, is that like the TV shows? Because I've never seen a Marvel TV show ever. I am so out of the Marvel loop, it's not even funny. Like I'm planning on jumping in and trying to watch the good movies at some point in time. But the last Marvel movie that I watched was it was an Avengers movie, and it was Age of Ultron. It wasn't the Thanos one. I still haven't seen that Avengers. I still haven't seen that entire series or whatever, the conclusion to that. So I don't know what's going on with Marvel whatsoever. I'm out of the loop. And Game Infinity War, Ultron. Yeah, it was Ultron. It was the one with the robot, not Thanos. So, and I kind of like, I felt fatigued, and I always thought like, hey man, that'll be really cool when I decide to like go back and watch all of them or whatever, and it just never happened. So now that it's been years, I figure like I should, you know, go force it or whatever. So yeah, back to Marvel. Well, it's so annoying, isn't it, that I got fatigued and checked out of Marvel, but like before the golden age started, like really or like at the beginning of it, you know, or maybe it was during it, but before the big conclusion of it that everybody thought was the best thing ever. You know, never saw a single Tom Holland Spider-Man thing. Or maybe it was one of the Thor movies that was after Avengers, the Age of Ultron. Maybe it was one of Thor, like the dumb like space comedy Thor movie I saw. So I don't know if that was before or after. I think it was after. That might be the last one I saw. Last I checked, I have a really shitty fanfic with 70,000 reads on Wattpad. Wait, what? That's fucking awesome. Oh man, I had no idea you guys were doing the fanfic thing. Who knew, right? Man. I'm a little speechless. I'll be honest. I was not expecting this today. To think I was in the presence of greatness and I had no idea. So we're 10 years old though. That's pretty good though, you know? Right? That's fine. All right. I don't know if I want to put this guy in armor or not. I don't know. Because like I want the two Vayron and Colas to feel like they kind of like bounce off each other, and I don't want to commit to design. So let me go reset, purge the whatever, and just trying to finish our satyr piece off. Maybe that'll be a good 5-10 minute break, and I can come back to the other one. Come back to our boy and be refreshed. As I said, I'm going to bounce around a little bit this week. Not really have one project in mind when I go live at any given point. Let's kill that. Let's do this. Let's get this character finished, and then maybe I'll have a better idea for what to do for our boy Kolos. Because look, man, this is an important character for me. This is the first narrative characters written for Eldara, like linear narrative. That's big, man. That's big. This is nice. I appreciate that, GG. Thank you. Mask only been drawing like the whole journey. I mean, the whole journey, like probably like 32 years. Then maybe. It's a complicated question. It's tough to answer, but if you want the whole like first date of picked up pen and started doing stuff, probably like 32 years. I don't know, around there. So, ooh, geez. A lifetime almost. All right, satyr horns. So apparently satyrs have big or small little satyr horns. We're gonna do somewhere in the middle for our homegirl here. So let me do this on a different layer so I can flip it over, and then we can reuse the same design. And record. Okay. So I don't want them to be too big. Now, satyr horns are a little more like textured than a lot of tiefling horns and a lot of art, I think. So I think that's the expectation for our illustrious and dear client here. So let's look up an example here. Let's grab some ref. Yo. I'm gonna look up. Kind of. What kind of horns do people like for their satyrs? Standard ass looking goat shit. Got it. Goat horns. Oh, you know what? I want to do a different shape for them, I think. I want to do something more like this, I think. That kind of goat-like curl in there. Let's do something like that. Let's do that instead. So, how does that go? Because we're not doing big old ram horns or whatever. Could also do the kind of goat horns that are like that. That's kind of cute, actually. Maybe we'll do that one. For our little forest gremlin, that might work out better. Maybe. Yeah. Or there's the ones that are more straighter than that, have the curve in on them. Kind of have it going back a little bit too. Dude, why are horns always so hard to get the way I want them? Do them much further out. What do they look like together? I don't mind that, actually. Kind of off to the side there. Yeah, all right, okay. Let's do that. We'll go with something like this, all right? Shape it out. Medium satyr horns, basically. You time look at the stuff I sent you for the peepos? Yes, I did. Thank you, Thorkin. Yes, I did in the car when I forgot to message you back because internet was like really spotty in the mountains. But yeah, for real. I appreciate it. I was looking at a bunch of stuff for the peepos, and that definitely... This feels more satyry than the tiefling style stuff, so okay. I think this is what we want. Now, what kind of texture are there on these horns? They're not really that rough, are they? Goat horns are more kind of tightly bound, kind of random, and then like a smooth point up at the top, I think. Let's use this as our base, all right? And then what we'll do is I'll snag the line work, and I'll use the base of it on the other side, so it's more or less the same. It's just not, you know. Not so different that you're going to be distracted by it, I guess, is the important thing. And I was going to give her a couple of different variations, but I think if we do one really well, that'll be better. It's like, how do I want to spend my time on this piece, you know? A lot of things I got to get to this month, so. Like trading cards. Monka, And then they kind of get a little smoother at the top. One of them is broken, though. That's a very important feature here, I believe. Maybe we'll have the left one be broken, so I can show a full horn like this. I don't know if she specified which one was broken, so that's easy enough. I'll go in and see before we get too far on this piece. I don't know how far up the break is as well either. It's just like the very tip cracked off, and that doesn't really change anything for me, does it? Okay. Yeah, it kind of fits actually. All right. I don't mind it. And then it does smooth out at the top, but not terribly quickly. So a little bit of texture in there. These over-rendered details, man, I swear. Gotta be careful on it, yo. Not go too deep. Next thing you know, I'll be like hours deep on jewelry and horn rendering, listening to conspiracy theory podcasts while chain smoking. I don't know how that would come up, but you know, be the Hayao Miyazaki, as they say. Okay. Okay. Dude, I had people asking me about like different races you can play and species and shit in Eldara. And I had someone come up and talk to me about like Pathfinder and stuff and how they redid goblins and whatnot. I feel like maybe it's just the best thing to do is just to not use any like pre-existing words at all. There's just so much baggage that comes with like, you know, ooh, it's an orc. It's an elf. It's whatever. Slowly gaining in confidence just to say fuck it. You know? And just do whatever feels right for the world. Buck the standard, you know? I did have the ball, though. I did have one girl that was asking me about, like, Eldara stuff. And she was, like, asking me about the adventure. And she's like, do you have, like, a list somewhere of all the NPCs online? And I was like, not really. No, I mean, like, they're in the book, but, like, you know, not really. And she's like, she's kind of like deflated. She was like, oh, okay. And I was like, well, yeah, just curious. I wasn't planning on it. Why would you want a list of all the NPCs? And she's like, oh, just before I play a game, I like to know what like all my like the romance options are, you know. And then she started talking about like a character in Baldur's Gate that you couldn't romance or whatever. I was like, romanceable D&D NPCs. I really am at a book talk event. We have a book. Eventually, yeah. Fucking book talk, man. Really am not in my element. Aren't I? Someone has played too much Stardew Valley. Are there romanceable NPCs in Stardew Valley? I thought that was just like a farming sim game or whatever. What a funny priority. Because like I remember people talking about this because what I said to her is like I was kind of like, oh, it was like Persona. And she's like, yeah, exactly, like Mass Effect and stuff. I was like, oh, okay. I just wouldn't have thought that that'd be something that anyone would care about for a D&D adventure. Like, in your game, you can kind of do whatever you want, man. You can romance the fucking, like, flower pot if you want. I don't, like, what? It's not like I have, like, canonical romanceable NPCs in the game. I don't mean any disrespect to her either. It's, like, a valid question. I'm not trying to shit on her. She was very nice and everything, and I don't want to, like, make fun of her for... I just thought it was a funny question. Something I just, like, never even thought about or whatever. Right? There's a bunch? Wow. You never played me any Stardew Valley, man. You think I'm going to play Stardew Valley, dog? You think I'm going to play a game made for girls? What is this, Animal Crossing? Where's my Space Marines at? Yeah, I play games for men like Stellar Blade, even though I've never played Stellar Blade. Or Warhammer 40k Space Marine, even though I've never played Space Marine. Shit, I'm not making a good case, aren't I? Stardew Valley. Pfft. Not me, man. Never catch me with that garbage. Too many traumatic flashbacks to fucking Farmville, okay? Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's fine. It's fine. Alright.
Evan likes the romance in
Moose, what's up, bro? You know what's actually funny? Thank you for 100 bits, man. I've actually never played a Sims game before. When I was in, when I was living in my mom's place growing up, I guess, well, my dad was there too at the time, but when I was back at that house, I had a friend down the road, a really good friend. Well, two friends. They were siblings. And I was the same age as the girl, and then her older brother and I were good friends too. And the three of us would like hang out and play whatever. And I would remember that I went over one day and he was playing Diablo 1. And he's like, dude, you guys see this game? It's so cool. And he's playing Diablo 1 on his dad's computer. And I'm like, this is sick. Oh, man. And then I went home like, Mom, I want to play Diablo. And she's like, what the fuck is that? But, you know, she got me Diablo 2 when it came out. So I'd go over there and I'd play Diablo with him. And it was so cool, man. And the sister, who was more my age, she calls me one day. Well, she doesn't call me, but she calls the phone. She's like, hello, Mrs. Blair. Can Evan come over to play? And she's like, I'll ask him. And so I go over and I'm like, hey, what do you want to play? And she's like, well, you're always playing, you know, Diablo with my brother. I thought maybe you'd want to play a game with me. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, let's play Diablo. Let's go. And she's like, no, we're not going to play Diablo. I'm like, what are we going to play? She's like, we're going to play The Sims. I was like, what the fuck is that? Okay, we'll play The Sims. And I watched her play The Sims for like 3 hours that day. And that was the last time I ever interacted with the Sims franchise in any way. First and last. Only took one. Why would I play The Sims when I could play Diablo? What the hell, man? You know? Right? Like someone's ever gotten to Skull Cavern? Apparently. Fields of Mystria is for ladies. Stardew is for everyone. Oh, what's Fields of Mystria like? I don't know, man. I know a lot of people who play Stardew Valley and none of them are dudes. Like, memes aside, I actually don't know a single dude that plays Stardew Valley. A lot of my friends like that I play Warcraft with and stuff, they would all play Stardew Valley and shit. And they all played it until the fucking Animal Crossing game came out. And like, it's fine, you can play whatever game you want. I just think it's funny when there's like universally, like, I love that like games for boys like Space Marines. I love when like the VTubers play it and you have all these like Japanese fucking anime cartoon girls calling each other brother and like brutally executing like Xenos and shit and claiming heresy. I do think it's funny. But I've never heard of Fields of Mystria, so maybe it is for maybe that one is the one for girls. I don't know, man. Never do in-game romance in any games. If someone does go down that road, I usually just go and fade to black and continue the adventure. Yeah, I don't know. I like is it weird that I played Baldur's Gate and I never played I find the romance stuff in a lot of video games kind of cringe and weird. I don't like it. You know? Thought you were gonna say that was the last time you ever interacted with that friend. No, I hung out with her for years, actually. She was good friends. We were good friends. And then I went to a different school because I was smarter than her. And then when I met back up with her in high school, she was mad at me because I was a nerd. And she hadn't seen me for 3 years, really. Apparently, she was disgusted by the fact that I was a degenerate nerd and liked things like The Lord of the Rings and Star Wars. Oh, well. I haven't seen her in years, to be honest. I still talk to her mom sometimes because, like, her mom still lives where my mom lives in that neighborhood. So occasionally when I go see my mom's house for whatever reason, I'll, like, see those friends' mom outside and I'll stop and be like, yo, what's up? Yo, how your kids doing? Oh, you mean my 30-something-year-old kids? Yeah, those ones. No, I grew up with that girl. We hung out all the time when we were young. We were convinced when we were 8 years old we were gonna get married. We were convinced. But apparently we had different tastes in video games. Didn't work out. Yep. Fields kind of started like Valid games. Definitely started like Andrew went to chat with a neighbor once and immediately recognized Stardew music. Oh, really? That's hilarious. I love that. That's good. I never heard of that game, to be honest. So maybe I am really out of the loop on this shit. It would seem right, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm not big into a lot of cozy games. There's one cozy game that I liked watching a friend play. And it was called like Little Witch in the Woods or something like that. That was fun. I enjoyed watching her play that one. Would I play a game like that? I don't know, man. Never say never, yo. But I only have so much time in the day to play video games, and if I'm going to play my video games for the hour of the day that I allot myself, it's probably going to be something that's more narrative, you know? That I feel like I can get something out of, hey? That I just feel guilty like I'm wasting my time. Maybe I'll make an Eldara cozy game. Are you guys playing Eldara Sky Island Farming Sim? Yo, just imagine. Just imagine how rad it would be. I'm still thinking very seriously about making the first Eldara video game next year. Like a very small indie project with Ella. It's on my mind. I am seriously contemplating it. Make the game? I know, right? You inspired me, Brooklyn. You inspired me last week. I just don't know what to do, you know? I don't know what kind of game to make, bro. I want to make the game that I want to see. What kind of game would I want to see? What kind of game would I want to make? I would want to make... What would my perfect indie game be? Maybe like a narrative roguelike survivors game. would be the perfect indie game for me. You know what I should do? I should play through. I should finish Darkest Dungeon. That's what I should do. And then make my roguelike Survivors game somewhat based off of that formula, which I think is a pretty good one. The dating sim? Yeah, I don't think so. I can't do a dating sim because I said I'm done with the anime crowd. They've lost my vote. They've lost my allegiance to the book talk crowd. Listen, you can only carry one debaucherous fandom allegiance card at a time. And I'm cashing in my anime card for the book talk girlies. They're way more fun. They're way more fun, dude. But girlies would love a dating sim. Yeah, but they'd want a fucking dating sim with like a three-legged fucking like horseman or some weird ass shit. So I'm not making a dating sim for the book talk girlies. I know they'd love a dating sim, but I'm not making the kind of dating sim they'd want, okay? Can't make me. It's not gonna happen. Throw it a centaur or something like that. I don't know. I don't know, man. They're into some weird shit, all right? Okay, let me just get up. I want to make sure we're doing one broke horn here. Coffee. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, yo. All right. Oh my God, 3 alerts. Okay. Payments and orders. Let's see. Let's us see. View details. Okay, youthful knife side, round face, full cheeks, full of freckles. We got that done. Wavy, thick, messy hair, shoulder length, similar with her fringe. Horns and ears, floppy, fluffy goat ears. Horns, I'm happy to be as creative as you like. As far as style goes, I'm having a hard time choosing. My only desire is that one of the horns is partially broken off. Okay. Yes, so one of the horns is going to be snapped off. Broke. Gone. Dead. Does Eldar have centaurs? I don't know. Probably not. I don't think centaurs really fit the vibe of what Eldar is trying to be. So, likely not, to be honest. Likely not. See a lot of centaurs around in media. And they never really sort of fit that. I feel like they're more like mythological, you know? Less in that kind of like classic fantasy realm that I want. Okay, let's just merge this down to Limericks layer, I think. Merge down. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Where did that come from? Well, I see my first 2 full body character designs people asked for on Coffee, so that's gonna be very fun. I'm very much looking forward to that. I haven't looked at the details or anything on those, but those should be really fun to work on this month. Because it's November already, bro. October's gone, man. Spooky season's over. It's time for Christmas. As far as I was concerned, anyway. If you ever met Lady Blackwood, you know. Last centaur I saw was Chiron from Age of Mythology, excluding WoW centaurs. Yeah. Dude. Does New Age Mythology stack up? Like, have you played the remastered or the remake? Not remastered. It's a remake, right? A full-on remake? Does it have Minotaurs? Probably not. Minotaurs still have that same sort of familiar kind of, I think, mythological, like Greek, Mediterranean myth vibe to them that I don't really know what to do with. Like they evoke a very specific kind of... If I did something like a centaur or a minotaur, it would have to be very, very different. It would feel unlike the typical depictions that you're used to. So the Christmas decorations coming out this week. The Christmas decorations are absolutely coming out this week. Yes. I don't know how you guessed. Ella is a November 1st, let's fucking go type person. So she's, like I said, she's been a little bit under the weather for a little bit, but since we got back from the event and like at there, she's been feeling just a little off. So, but yes, she is absolutely like, I have to clean the house and get it all good so that when she's feeling up to it this weekend, she can Christmas fully. Because Ella also has part of the Ella Blackwood Christmas tradition is Ella fucking loves Christmas so much. And her birthday's in November or in December too. It's in early December. So Ella gets a birthday tree as well. Ella gets a birthday tree, not just a Christmas tree. We have 2 trees that we set up every year. One in our living room downstairs, obviously. And then one that we set up, it's like a 4-foot tree. It's like not very high. It's like shorter than me. That we set up in the bedroom. And so for her birthday, you know, like you wrap up a couple of gifts and you put them under the Christmas tree, right? And I try and wrap up some gifts early up on the season, put them under the Christmas tree, like in like around December 1st, that kind of time, so that there's stuff under the tree. It's fun, it's festive, it's whatever. But I'll do the same thing, like Ella. You know, when you give someone a birthday gift, you give them your birthday gift, right? You know, it's not like you put it out or whatever. But I'll always put Ella's birthday gifts out. You know, a couple of little boxes I'll wrap up underneath her birthday tree in the bedroom, so that leading up to her. And then I also make her a little mini stocking, and it's a little one that I got from a chocolate company in Canada. But it's like maybe like a 6-inch little stocking, and I'll put like, you know, a couple little, I don't know, like a pack of Pokemon cards and some gum and stuff in there and a little candy cane. So I just lean into it because, you know, some people that have a birthday that's close to a holiday, they hate it. They hate that their birthday's sort of lumped in. I just went full on in. I just embraced it for her, man. And she fucking loves it, dude. She loves it. So she gets her birthday tree as well. So I'm very excited to put that up for her this year. We have a ton of friends because, like, if you have friends in their like early 30s, you know that they are some of the most miserable humans in existence for whatever reason. And all of the people that I know in our like that are around our age, they like, if they don't have kids, they have no idea why Ella and I like decorate or celebrate Christmas. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's just fun, bro. You just watch some Christmas music or movies and listen to some Christmas music on with the fireplace on, and I don't know, it's fun for the season. Put up some lights and shit. But all of our friends that are like our age are like, oh, it's decorating such a pain, man. I don't know why you just put in the effort and decorate. It's like, dude, I don't know. It's fun, man. It's fun, dog. You make your house festive, you know? I like it. When you live somewhere as cold and awful as the Canadian Rockies, you have to make the winter fun. Otherwise, man, man, good luck, you know? Yeah, Ella's like already counting down when the Starbucks Christmas menu is up. I think she has the date. written down. I think it's November. I could be wrong. I think the date's November 9th that the Starbucks Christmas menu comes online. I don't know what it is, but yeah, Ella's it's up tomorrow. Okay, that's wait, is tomorrow the 9th? No, okay, tomorrow's the 6th. All right, Ella, what are you looking forward to for the Christmas menu? The eggnog latte, that's what you're looking forward to? All right. All right. I'm glad they have that for you. I'm glad. It was so funny. The year the mods came up, they came up in November, and a bunch of them were like, ugh, Christmas, who puts up decorations? And they came and hung out with us in our house and whatnot, and we went in the mountains and took them to like a little Christmas village and markets and stuff. And they like, 2 of them bought Christmas trees that year to put up. It was so cute, man. It was nice. Nice, they felt the call of the festive spirit for... But Ella's love of Christmas is seriously contagious. Like, our kids are gonna have the best time, man. You know? Or like, when Ella's a grandma, she's gonna be the coolest Christmas grandma ever. Have all the fucking crafts and shit. It's gonna be rad. All the peppermint stuff that comes this time of year. Right? I always have to go to Costco and get Ella some peppermint bark whenever the season hits. You know, I always thought that peppermint and chocolate was like one of the best sort of winter festive combinations. Or any kind of spice thing. Stopped making it a few years ago and I'm so freaking excited. All right. All right. It's fine. You can have your eggnog latte, all right? God, I'm not going to stop you, all right? Let's enjoy it. So the question is, Eldar have Christmas? There's like a couple of winter holidays. The dwarves have an insane winter holiday up in Northmark, by the way. They have an insane winter holiday that's all about like cooking and feasting and lights and basically battling back the darkness and bringing the stars down to their dwarven homes. So it's a festival of lights and food that the Rith have. So it should be a good time. Chick-fil-A does a peppermint milkshake. Here's the problem, Brooklyn. We don't get anything good in Canada, but Chick-fil-A might be one of the few American fast food companies to do it. To bring some of the American exclusives up to the cold, frigid north. I don't see anything talking about a holiday menu though. Shit. Maybe I haven't announced it yet though. Maybe they haven't announced it. All right, I'll keep my eyes open for that. That'd be good as shit. Holy man. We have Popeyes here in Canada. We have Chick-fil-A's too. There's Chick-fil-A's in Edmonton and Calgary. Now. And you know what? I have to say, they make me mad at other fast food. The Chick-fil-A's in Edmonton, because like you can get like you can get the grilled chicken nugget things for like it's an insane amount of protein for like not very many calories. You can get that in a salad and like you can actually have healthy fucking meals at Chick-fil-A. It's ridiculous. So we eat a lot of Chick-fil-A when we're in Edmonton for conventions because it's like closer to the hotels and whatever. And you can get some like real food and shit. So I'm always just mad whenever I go to Chick-fil-A. I'm mad at other fast food companies. It's so clean in there and so nice. Why can't A&W be nice and clean? Why can't these Canadian establishments like live up to the standard? Come on, man. Why does it take an American company to come in and become what Tim Hortons used to be? Right? Ripped Tim Hortons, man. the trading cards still going live this Friday? Are the trading cards still going live this Friday? That's a phenomenal question, Atari. Ella, are the trading cards going live this Friday? Or is that next Friday? Which Friday are the trading cards going live? Is it this one or next? When are trading cards a thing? That's a you question? Let's see. Whoops. Oh god. No, that's not what I want. Damn it. It's Tuesday or Wednesday? Wednesday. So that would be in 2 days. Is 2 days time enough like warning or whatever? Yeah. Is 2 days enough, or would I be dicking some people out of getting first edition stuff? I'd feel bad if that. Let's yeah, you know what? Screw it. Fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it on Friday. Friday at when my stream goes live, so 9 a.m. Pacific. Let's do that. Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific. There will be how many packs? Okay, so hold on. 8. There'll be 250 total in the first edition, and I will be making how many boxes available? Probably 12 full boxes available. And then that would be then 154 packs. So yes, boosters and boxes will be available for first edition, and also I'll have a link to, or a second edition up as well, ready just in case, whatever. Yo, it bails the thief of the raid. I appreciate it. Welcome in, guys. Hello. Welcome in, my friends. Good to see you. Good to have you. How was stream? Tell me your tales. What are y'all doing today? What's up, guys? Welcome on in. Okay, Ella, can you create a listing? Then I got to add photos for it because I don't actually have the box design finalized. But we'll do it as pre-orders for the cards that will hopefully release in December, as I'm planning on shipping December. That's what I'm planning, but I'm not sure how confident I am going to be in that date. I'm extremely confident, but obviously I have to buy paper and shit, and a 1 month turnaround might be a lot. So yeah, here's some critical stuff for sale. What is going to the store? It's going to be Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, like when I go live. My start time this Friday will be when trading cards, the first edition pre-orders will be live. And what I'll do is my plan for like format for what I want to do for this is I will agree to do 3 editions depending on demand. I don't know if I want to do more than 3 editions a year, because that's a lot, but I will definitely do the first edition, obviously. And then if there's still demand for some reason, if people are fucking feral for this shit for some reason, then I will do a second edition, and also to have some packs available for conventions and stuff. So like the first edition, I want to make sure that people who actually want, like, I'll do a second edition no matter what. The first edition will just be available first for people that are in our community, like obviously guild members, stream whatever, and then also myself. And then the second edition stuff will be for like conventions and whatnot. So, and it'll still have the same stuff, like obviously it'll be different sketch cards and whatnot, but it'll still be the same like pull rates and stuff through second edition and whatnot. So yeah, we're going to Fantasy Town for an upcoming campaign. Did the tavern and brewery today. That's sick, dude. Wait, like concept art or maps? Wait, that sounds rad, dude. I love game prep, yo. I haven't played a game in a while, so like concept art. Oh, sick, dude. I gotta go snooping and see what you're doing then. Hold up. You know I love me some concept art. I LARP as a concept artist. Let's see what y'all are doing today. Let's see if your VOD is up. Your VOD is not live just yet. Okay. I'll sneak through your VOD if you don't mind. I want to see what you're doing. That sounds sick, dude. I love that. That's fucking rad. Let's go, dude. The card you sent never arrived. Still? Damn, bro. Did you move? Did your like mail forwarding thing? I know you said you moved at some point in time, so. Well, I know if the strike stuff's been delayed, so I guess we'll just keep our fingers crossed. You figure you can limit the numbers people buy for the first day or so? I don't know if that's something Ella can do on Shopify, actually. I don't know. I was going to ask her about that, but I don't know if Ella actually can or not. I never actually talked to her about that. I was like, that's a good idea. And I made a note for myself. And then we went to a fantasy ball and I forgot everything I was doing. Very possible Lost Neighbors of Canada post could still show up. Oh, probably will. I mean, that's like Thorkin's thing was like months before it got there last time, right? I'm not nervous yet. Like things being a couple months late is like not like whoops shit. What do we do? Territory yet. Ella, can you do a limit on stuff? The limits are wait to protect others from you. Steve, how many fucking box or packs do you want to buy, dude? How many fucking packs of trading cards? There's no reason to like the base set is 25 cards. Like you don't go crazy, man. This is like a call it ambulance for you kind of moment. I'm impressed. Dude. There's no way people will be that feral for trading cards, okay? I think I have the ability to restrict there, but I don't know. You think the ability to restrict is there, but we're not sure. All right. Well, we'll make it work. I might not put a restriction on it, and then just like obviously because there's like the first edition and the second edition. Can you make a listing for the second edition just in case for some reason, Ella, the first edition sells out, which I can't imagine that happening. Yeah. Gotta go quick dinner. Love your work, dude. I appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, thank you. I look forward to seeing what you're working on today. I'll go snoop the VOD when I'm done. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Hope you have a phenomenal rest of your day. And enjoy your evening. I need to blast the fantasy ball. Yeah, it was an experience, Sabine. Unfortunately, Ella was a little bit under the weather for that as well, so I spent a lot of the time doing like the joke is Ella didn't sell a single thing at the fantasy ball. Everything that sold, that like anytime somebody bought anything, it was when Ella was away or up in the room or whatever, and it was just me. So she was cursed. So next fantasy ball, I have to go there on my own. Ella has to be condemned to the room or to the event, whatever. She has to time burgle the other vendors or something instead, you know? Okay. Fill layers. Go horns. Let's do this as like a 50 maybe and see what we like with this. There's going to be some pretty cool exclusive kind of like cards and like art things in the set, but I hope people have fun with it. It's a passion project for me, and I hope people enjoy it as well. I don't see it going crazy and selling it. I think I'm doing a pretty big first edition line for it, so I'm not terribly. You say that, but you have some both some feral community members. Fair enough, but you just, you know, I don't know. It seems like it'd be a lot, right? I've seen people go crazy, but on stuff, but that would be a little bit much. Selling out of a first edition of 250 packs or whatever. would be a lot. And I'm gonna definitely keep back a little bit for myself so that I have like a little bit of stock for future events and things like that. It'd be cool if, like, you know, imagine like in 5 years I had some booster packs from first edition Realms of Eldar trading cards that I could do as like a giveaway at Eldaricon or something like that. So I want to keep a little bit of it, but there'll still be more than 200 packs available. Like, holy shit. You just need to make dice called like Fourth Feather. What? Is that a weird wingspan joke? Dude, come on, man. Come on, bro. Well, it's fun because I'm not sure if you heard me say this, Sabine, but the next event, the next fantasy ball, is in Banff, Alberta, and it is a Fourth Wing event. So it is themed after Fourth Wing, and I've already agreed to do it. We've already agreed to be there as vendors, so we will be attending the next one, Fourth Wing themed, you know? I'm going to take some of us to buy the special dice before they were even a thing, just saying. Wait, he might have a point. He might have a point. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, hold up. Wait. Guys, did I mess up? did I mess up? Shit. Dude, I'm gonna have to put a paper order in like you've never seen. To do a paper order for the ages. Did she say what color hair we're doing here? Quite unkept, wavy, thick, messy hair, shoulder length. No. No, all right. We're just making up colors then. That's fine. That's fine. We'll survive. Just making sure Fourth Wing doesn't sue you guys. Yeah, thanks, bro. Yeah. Fourth Wing as a theme is weird to me because there's no balls or fancy parties or anything like that in the book. So what would like, because like this one was like something under the mountain or whatever, but the Fourth Wing theme, oh god, what did, okay, because the organizer said, she gave some like preview or whatever, like she teased some stuff about something, I don't remember what it was. Shit. Yeah, all right, fair enough, man. I don't know what they'll do for it, but I'm guessing it will still be a fancy event. I'm assuming. I could be wrong, but maybe it'll be like a, well, what's like the basic sort of like setting of Fourth Wing? Is it like pretty fantasy kind of shit, or like it's about dragons and stuff, right? Is it still like a fantasy series? I would assume so, right? Also, Red Akatar and those books do have balls and parties and such. Fourth Wing doesn't, so I'm confused. Oh, I see. Okay, so it makes sense for like a fantasy formal ball for Akatar. All right, well, we'll see, I guess. All right. I'll let you know, all right? I'll let you know. We'll all be waiting for next year then. I'll report back to you, okay? In 360 days. So graduation ball, we do a super perspective of the college. No clue, man. What kind of Fourth Wing art should I have for next year? What do you think? There's like a cool dragon I could draw. Should I just drop more dragons? Is that? So I have a year, all right? A year to do one dragon. I'm sure I can make it happen. Better slowly lose my sanity on book talk balls. There are lots of cool dragons. All right. Okay. Okay. All right. I could do some dragon artwork, you know? 10 dragons in the fourth wing, so really drawing any dragons should be great. All right, hold on. Hold up. Am I going to regret searching fourth wing dragons? Fourth wing dragons. Let's see. Image search. Oh, okay. All right. Not smut. Okay. Let's see. So there's a black dragon and a gold dragon. Okay. Violet Taran and Drana. Zayden. Feathertail. Let's do Andarna. All right. Andarna art. Which was Andarna? That's cool. Okay, these are cool dragons, man. Yeah. So I just got to draw some dragons for next year. Right? Okay. I've seen Fourth Wing Dragon books. They're teenage books. I don't think we're thinking of the same books. From what I know, I don't think we're thinking of the same books. No, I don't think they're designed for teenagers. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm mistaken. That is not my impression, but as I said, I'm new to this one, so okay. There's some cool dragons here. I could do some. I could do art of a girl with a side braid, all Laura Croft like, with a fucking dragon. You know, hey, right? Like, that's cool. You know. I feel like I'm wading into dangerous territory here. I feel like I'm wading into dangerous territory, dog. You know? Well, I'll need some advice from you guys for next year, okay? What to do for this fantasy ball. How to properly assert my dominance as the artist that goes to these things. What a change in events that I did not foresee, hey? A new era of EBA. Okay. Kind of like a little gremlin here. Her vibe is immaculate. Excuse me, Cintiq. Pressure settings, hello? I swear, ever since I did this stupid Windows upgrade, things have been a little monka. Just curious to the shipping timeline for the Giclée and other stuff. Asking for my framer. They should have arrived. The scroll tube at least for the Giclée print should have arrived by now. Got sent out last week. And you're pretty close, I'd imagine. Had to go on a damn adventure with shipping this month. Yeah. Does it not? If you use chit chats, Ella, does it not automatically upload shipping information to Shopify? Because it should email people with their shipping info, right? That's like the way it's supposed to work. So if it's not, I need to have words. Maybe today or tomorrow's mail. Use them for CP stuff for Canada. For what? Oh, Canada Post stuff. Yeah. They deal with Canada Post, right? Oh, okay. So Canada Post yeah. Right. So the Canadians got it sent through Canada Post then, right? And the Americans got it through Chit Chats. So then it should have had track information on Shopify then, right? Let's do her horn color shade for the scarf as well, I think. Today. Oh, there you go. Fuck yeah. I'll admit, I would have anticipated it would be there by now. Shows what I know. The Giclée tubes have to be shipped separate from everything, so those probably get there first, and the other stuff will get there after, I suppose. But the Canada Post depends on when arrived in town. They always say today when they mean tomorrow. Oh, I see. Okay. It's kind of like arrived in town, but doesn't mean actually accessible in any way. Fair enough, I guess. Can I go check it an hour? Let's go, dude. I really hope you like it. These prints are, the Giclée prints are like a big deal for me. I really want everyone who got them to really, really love them. This is me LARPing as a real artist. We'll see how it goes. Didn't sell out of either, so I think I still have some left, actually. Of the dragons, at least. Definitely a couple left of the Realms Eldara. But I kind of want to give some away to, like, my... I want to give the copy of the Realms Eldara one to, like, my mother-in-law wanted one. I don't know if my mom or dad would want one. I only made 10, though, so I might have to give them artist proofs if I don't have many left. But... it's kind of a big deal, you know? A little peepo artist like me. I don't know how I won't love it, but I'll try and figure out how just so you'll stress and refuse to sell me anything ever again. God damn it. God damn it. I hope the quality is because man, they look good in person. Holy dog. They look so good. They look so good in person. The like the vibrancy, particularly of the Gates of Eldara piece. The vibrancy of that piece is like insane. I really hope that they're well received and loved. Memes aside, I wonder if anyone will actually get one framed, you know? Like, I kind of wanted to, like, I know my dad probably would want one, but it's like, it's kind of big, and I don't want to just like give it to him unframed and be like, here's a poster tube, Dad. You know, I'd probably have to go get it framed. But Ella wanted to get one of the gates framed for our place as well. I don't know where the fuck she'd put it, but she's convinced she wants to get it framed and put it somewhere in her home. I don't know how I feel about having my own artwork up in my house though. Hey, isn't that a little self-indulgent? Don't you think? A little ego Andy type stuff going on there. Having your own art put up in your home. Like, I got it when I was a kid, you know, your parents put up your art in your home. They like got stuff framed and put it in the hallways and shit and whatnot. And that was kind of weird, but like, I got it. You let your parents put stuff up in your house, but do you let your wife put your own art up in your own house? Okay. Let me go grab something real quick, and when I come back, we'll see if I like this or not. There's a very good chance that I will, because this is not exactly the first day of working on it, but my challenge, I'm going to have to rearrange to fit things in. Damn, really? Rev's allowed to decorate as she sees fit? It's all in the contract? Crap. Fuck. If I let her decorate the way she wanted in our home, our house would be Legos and Lord of the Rings swords. And there's already too many Lord of the Rings swords up. All right. I will thank you to consider the safety of our house guests and the potential of poking themselves on swords when they go upstairs. That's perfect, yeah. Okay, give me a sec real quick. Be back. All right, Do I hate this piece? No, I think it's cool, actually. All right. Got back. Don't hate it. Time to sign it. And then I can deliver it tonight. Can deliver Sabine's merfolk. Deliver Silesian's character. And deliver Fox's or Fox's Azalea's Ricari. Let's go, dude. Ooh, this is a legendary rare spawn signature. Only very rarely is there a break here between the A and the N. Look at that, dude. That's a rare spawn signature. And like honestly, a pretty good one too, because like the top part of the B is like not too compressed. Yeah, wow, dude, this is a rare signature. All right, well, good for this person, I guess. Hope they appreciate their rare spawn signature. You know. Are there monster drawing streams? Yeah, so I think the only ones that I'm gonna need to do still for the adventure are the abyssals. Oh, and one creature from the what is it? Shattered Sea. There you go. That's the place. I forgot the name of it. So he summoned you? What? Oh, what's up, Silesian? Good, dude. Good to see you. The tracking number for oh, okay, yeah, all right. Yes. Oh shit, yeah, we're gonna have to figure out what to do for post. Ella, can we put up are sending the cards to America gonna be a problem with Canada Post and chit chats? Like, are we gonna be able to send stuff out for trading card stuff? Is that gonna be an issue? Uh-oh. I didn't think about that actually. Because last winter is when I wanted to do the trading cards initially. I didn't end up doing that because the Canada Post strike. You know? How was it? Silesian, I'm still recovering from my book talk fantasy ball this weekend, okay, or last weekend, okay? So it's good. I'm still tired, still have things to do, but I survived, and so I'm in a different state of mind now. It's fine because they're considered art and I ain't risking Canada Post. Okay. So do I need to okay, how do I word this then for them? Fine art trading cards or fine art trading card prints. Do I call them fine art trading card prints? Like, what do I need to put on the back of them? The one thing I'm still trying to figure out for booster packs, I'm trying to figure out rippability. Because currently the rippability of the packs is a little questionable. They're pretty heavy duty, so there's a couple things I could do. Yeah, this is an unsealed. Remove the trading part. Yeah. That could work too. I still need to do a couple of little tests to fit the cards in a box, but I think this is like, hold on, how big is this going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's how tall a box is going to be, is 4 packs high. Which seems fine, you know? And they'll be decently wide. Well, I don't want to remove the trading card part though. Maybe I have to though. Are you randomizing the packs? Absolutely. Yes. Packs are all completely randomized. I don't know how companies like Ultra Pro seed boxes. I don't know how they do it without it being like unrandomized. Like, do they have a certain selection of booster packs? They make sure something goes into, because this is the problem. a lot of people who are into sports cards, they buy boxes because you're guaranteed something in particular, right? You're guaranteed limited an autograph or whatever, or something like that, you know? I don't know how to do that. I think I have to be fully randomized for me to be able to like properly do this project. Ideally, I mean, the odds are pretty good, but you know, I still want people to get some, like a couple of like really rare, cool things in each box, you know? You know, they can be trading cards with the government. It's important to keep it simple. Yeah, I guess I just call them fine art prints. If I call it a fine art trading card print, is that fine? Or do I need to not use the word trading card at all? Fine art print pack. Data. Kill all that shit. Masterwork promo series. Don't need that. Alpha test pack. So we'll do the next one. Will be the beta test pack. Fine art trading card prints. Fine art card prints. Do I call them fine art card prints? Is this what I have to call them? Realms of Eldara fine art card prints. Beta test pack. I also want to make this a little bit brighter. Just a smidge. Up to 30 something %. Okay. I could call them fine art card prints. That's fine, I think. I just want the word card in there. You know? What's up? What's the tariff app say? Yeah.
Trading in it, 40%.
If it's trading in it, it's a 40% fucking tariff.
If it doesn't have tariff for trading in it, no tariff.
So I just call it fine art card prints.
Correct.
Do I call them fine art print cards?
Just can't have trading in it. We tried different variations. As soon as trading is added.
As soon as trading's added, that's wild.
Oh.
Fine art print cards. Yes, what's that?
There.
Yeah.
I think.
We think.
Forward, I will not have.
So you already have to pay their tariffs for the existing ones, but going forward, no. Maybe. Oh, that's cool. Okay. All right. Fine art print cards, beta test pack. I also want this to be just a regular, I think. Yeah, okay. Well, we can call them fine art print cards. Fine art prints cards. It's kind of annoying, right? Fine art trading card prints is very wordy. It is, yeah. I mean, I'd prefer just call them trading cards, you know? Yeah, trading will be triggered consideration, may not be art. Yep. Yep. And then I need something that says 7 additional cards from series 1. 7 additional cards from Series 1 can be on the back. Okay. Okay. Made in Canada, that's right. Every card pack will need to either have a sticker that says Made in Canada or have it printed on the package. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? It's fine. That's fine. Made in Canada sticker. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. All right, that's fine. You have to use a sticker. I don't want to use a sticker. I was looking to see what they sort of look like. I know it just needs to say it, but still. Need a test pack. Okay. What the shit do I use? What's my made? Nope. Nope. Lord Epsom, get out of here. Made in Canada. I should just misspell. I should just misspell Canada. Made in Canada. Where the fuck do I get a maple leaf from? What's our maple leaf look like? Is there an official canonical maple leaf that I need to reference? Let's get our Canadian flag. Canadian flag. And I'll trace it. I'll just trace it. Copy. Wait. Copy image. Yep. All right. All right. We're tracing. That's what we're doing. Put the flag on it? No, I want to do it. I'm just going to do the leaf. The fucking leaf. Their flag is a fucking leaf. All right. All right. Actually, can I just select it? No. Let's try. I might have to clean it up, but we'll try. All right. Oops. Zoop. Made in Canada. In Canada. There we go. Does it need to be red? Does it need to be red? Is that... Is this good enough? Is this fine? Is this okay if I do this? How do you feel with this one? Dude, why don't I live in the US? Come on, bro. Made in Canada. All right, we can put that in the little corner there. And put that down there. Just down there. A red might make it more obvious for stupid, but this is a product that I'm very concerned about. Oh man. Yeah, you might be right. Fine, but if I'm making it red, I'm making it smaller then. Made in Canada. What's our Canadian red? Oop, oop. There we go. Not sure if this can be red or if it needs to be. I don't know. It's okay. Made in Canada. There we go. All right. All right. Make sure it's clearly visible and folded. Yeah, I think this is the side that'll be available. Like this I think will be under. I mean, I can just fucking test it out right now. Just test it out. Okay, so where's the halfway point here? It's 5.5 inches, right? That's the halfway point. Okay, so what's the back? The back currently has... Fuck. That currently has a... How would this fold? So I want it to be on the other side. Okay. All right. And then it would say the 7 additional trick cards from series 1. And then it would have the Made in Canada. Put it down here so it's at the bottom corner of the pack. So where it says beta test pack is where I put first edition on there, I think. Technically supposed to put a sticker on each individual die. You're supposed to sticker up each individual die. No fucking way, dude. No fucking way. So this is going to be half of... Okay, hold on. So... How much of a back tail thing do I want on this? I think this is fine. I think this is rippable. I don't think anyone's gonna have a problem ripping this. I mean, maybe Series 1 packs are gonna be difficult to rip. I don't know, because it's just card. Like it's just card stock that these are made of, right? That's all this is. And then inside the cards to protect them are going to be each individually packaged. Each pack is going to be individually sort of packed into a team bag. So, yeah. I could do like a measurement marker on it or whatever. That'd be nice. So I know exactly how large to make it. Let's move our Series 1 thingy down here. Okay. And then I think theoretically you need to put the odds and stuff on it, but we're not a formal trading card yet. We don't have to put that on. Let's make one. Wait, what is all of... Is this a, like, extra art that's up here? Okay, cool. Whatever. Marriage group. All right, let's see about this. Oh wow, okay, yeah, there is a little bit hanging on the top and bottom. All right, let's see how this looks. Let's print one off, yo. Expensive paper we're using here. There's like a pearlescent paper I really wanted to use, but it didn't work out, man. I even bought a fancy special paper just for packs, but it just didn't work. Okay. Print. We'll do 3 copies. Print settings were... Okay, and print quality, advance. Oh, we're already set up. Damn. Ready, go. Okay. See what it looks like. Ink check. Ink's good. Need to buy new light gray. Actually, I'm realizing. Need to buy a light gray and a yellow. Because I have replacements of my blacks. And of my cyan. So, Ella, I need ink. That's why I say no moose were harmed in making the product. No, because they definitely were harmed. Yeah, I can't lie on this. Moose were especially harmed. These the parchment's actually made from moose parchment. Yeah, dude. It's like old Dead Sea Scrolls were on animal hides. That's what these cards are printed on. Mooses were most definitely harmed in the making of the packs. So, yeah. Doesn't contain maple syrup. Well, you don't know that. What if you get a super rare maple syrup insert pack? Yeah, come on, man. Like, it would be really funny to have the sketch card scented maple syrup. Oh, that would be hilarious. That would actually be funny. All right, let's see how the first pack looks. It's printing. Printing. Let me see it. Because, like, I made them a little bit brighter. The original packs are pretty dull, pretty plain. That's fine. Why this one looks so much warmer? What the hell? Bro. Maple candy card in every pack, just like old school baseball cards and chewing gum. That would be good. That would be good. Honestly, I can get access to some pretty good maple candies here, all right? That was something that Ella did for advent calendars, is she would send maple candies and maple cookies and stuff to people that would get her advent calendars. But the service that we use to send stuff wouldn't send food. Like to send post, you couldn't send food in it. So couldn't send candy or anything in there, man. I have to tell them. All right, let's see how it looks. Oh, that red, it's awful. Okay. Hold on, let me compare. Comparing. Ooh, that's really nice. Realms of Eldara, fine art print cards. Why, excuse me, why are you kind of blurry? Excuse me? Huh. There it is. Looks nice, I think. Yeah, that's all right. It's just the text is just a little blurry for some reason. I don't know why either. Because all the settings were the exact same as they were this morning when I made these packs. My man, I got some fucking gremlins in the system. We got some gremlins. Okay, whatever. There's just beta packs, so it's fine. Make a couple beta packs and make my first beta box for product photography. And then, am I using the right side of it? I hope so. I hope this is double-sided. Yeah. All right, man. There we go. There's your first beta packs printed. Sick. The urge to make the packaging out of my fine art paper is non-zero, I will say. All right, but I'm not going to do that. That's a little obscene. Mylar bags would have been the play. But like, all of them are custom made, whatever. And that's not gonna work. Cause that's just expensive, bro. That's just very expensive. It would be something like $2 a booster pack to have custom like foil packs made for me. Which, I mean, considering the packs are like $15, that's not massive, but it does cut quite far into, you know, the price of the pack, so that sucks. But oh man, doing full packs would be absolutely sick, wouldn't it, at some point? That's the goal, okay? One thing at a time, as I'm slowly doing this stupid project for my own amusement. So we'll open the packages, and the paper is being wasted. It's kind of cool for those who want to keep them sealed, but yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about doing like a first edition in paper packs and then doing second and third edition in Mylar. I don't know. Because the thing is, I enjoy the process of making the packs as well. I enjoy it. It's fun. I mean, I'm sure it'll get tedious on pack like 400, but I want it to be an experience every single time. I want each pack to be rippable and, you know. I was getting Ella to test some by shredding some packs this morning and yesterday, and she said they were very satisfying. You know, there's something about it ripping, which is why I need to do the back piece here. Like initially, I have two different types of pack designs. One that's much easier, that's like a closed back, that's just a straight up, you know, right? This one's open on the top, and the other one that has this sort of like back thing, the flap that you'd expect on packs. I think the flap is necessary. Because the closed back, you have to rip the top, and it doesn't rip that well because it's cardstock. But the back is a little bit more annoying, but it's easier to sort of shred into it. So that's kind of partly the point, I guess, is that it's easy to get into. Protective, but easy to get into. That's why the packs are also going to have the team bags around the cards to protect them. Which I know is like not a standard thing to do for cards, but you know, I need to take this seriously in a way that I feel good about it. Otherwise, you know, what's the point? All right, then Friday. Fuck it. Jeez, man. Finally, Friday they'll be up, which is crazy. So it'll be a Friday at 9 a.m. Pacific, which is when I go live. So I'll go live and we'll see what the fuck happens, man. Whether they're fine art cards and not trading cards. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Because I'm taking them very seriously. And like, my cost on these cards is the paper. I'm not compromising, man. This is my fine art paper that I use. So what I might do is I might do a rare like cold press card insert. Ooh, oh dude, that'd be so fun to have the occasional like kind of like cold press. Oh, kind of like cold foils. That's so stupid. I love it. Oh, I do a rare common as a cold press. That's so stupid. I love it. One box you have to get the complete set. So one box will have 8 packs in it, and each pack will have the base set's 5 cards plus 5 maps. So it'll have five of the base set commons, and you'll get 8 like chances at that. So it's like what 40 chances to get 25 cards, right? Like I assume like the value I'm trying to make it be like somewhere in the realm of like if like there's kind of a presumption of what you get in the right, like obviously there's no guarantee, but that's the intent is that you are able to get the whole set and then a couple of cool like rares and whatnot, you know, for the or sketch cards and other bullshit. But you should get statistically you should get 1 of each map and 1 of each base set card in there. That's the goal anyway. And if somebody gets a box and doesn't get the full set or whatever, I don't know. I'll send you whatever you're missing from the base set. There you go. If somebody buys a full box or something like that and is missing out on a base set card, you know. So it means 2 boxes would be more likely. Yeah, it could be, unless there was some way of seeding the packs. So like, okay, so Ultra Pro for hockey, if you buy a case, you are guaranteed, air quotes, to get each Young Guns hockey card rookie thing, a master set, is what they call it. So somehow they seed their boxes intentionally in a way where they know that they're putting of like, but I don't know how to do that without like losing out on some of the random aspect of it. You know, I wouldn't know how to keep track of that and still be able to properly do it random. Because the way I'm going to do it random is I'm going to make all the little packs in the team bag. And then I'm just gonna like fucking randomize, just throw them in whatever, stack them up, and then just sleeve them in packs, and then just put them as they come into the boxes, and then have all the loose packs as well, and then just pick from those. So I don't know, man. You know, I don't know. I'll just scratch and sniff maple flavor insert card. Scratch and sniff maple flavor insert card. What we'll do is we'll say like you know how the Canadians like how well I shouldn't give away the secret, but the Canadians tell Americans that our $100 bill is a scratch and sniff maple, and then you have all these Americans in Canada just like doing it. We're like, you know that game we play with Americans. What I could do is I could say that there's a rare chance for you to get a scratch and sniff maple card, right? Yep. You have a rare chance. A rare chance. You won't know. You just have people smelling the cards and shit. It smells like paper. Try the extras with people who missed the ones you have multiples of. Dude, if an organic trading scene appears in our Discord, I will lose my fucking mind. Like, the first day that I ever see one of these cards on eBay, I will lose my shit. Okay? I will lose my shit. I should have people able to send their cards and just like grade them. Dude, I can put them in the slabs, dog. Like, bro. Like, okay, so like, when you get a when you get a promo, like if you sponsor a project in Eldara, the promo that you get for a 1 of 1 comes in the slab, and I do the little thing. But these are like to mimic graded card slabs, because like the kids think that if they're graded, that means that they're worth more, which isn't often the case. But anyway, I should like have a service like PSA where you can send your fucking card to me to get it graded. I grade my own fucking card, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, it's $50 a card. You can get it graded. Authenticated. Bro, okay. All right. No, I swear I'll be good. This looks cool though, eh? These look kind of nice. I don't know. How much is a slab? These slabs for me to buy are $6 each. I cannot get them in a discount. I can't buy them in bulk. I can't do any of that shit. Every time I do one of these slabs for people, for promos, it costs $6 fucking just for the slab. I went and spent $200 on them the other day just to get a bunch for promos and shit for projects. But America's very gullible. No, Kate, no, come on, bro. No, I'd never suggest that my brothers and sisters from the South are gullible enough to scratch and sniff a $100 bill. Yeah, I'll form a line at Evan's table the next con and give him to sign our cards. Dude, if you if I get to sign a card, bro. Revio, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome in. The grades are just pictures of you holding the card and doing a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You get a thumbs up grade or a thumbs down. Oh my god. An EBA 10. Bro, could you imagine an EBA 10 1 of 1? Dude, an EBA 10. Oh my god. I couldn't imagine. Could you imagine how much an EBA 10 would be worth? If you get a perfect EBA 10? Dude, this is like the most important promo I've ever made. And there's only one of it. And no one will ever know. Wait, it has the wrong color. Oh no, wait, is that? I think it's the wrong color. Hold on. Hold on, I need to investigate. Hold on, wait. Does the one of one have the right blue? Maps. Hold on. Promos. Luna Air. Oh, what the fuck, Luna? There we go. Luna has the correct border around it. The Shattered Sea Cliffs. Is that the right blue? Oh, just printed darker. Oh, it's the right blue. I'm just dumb. Okay. Well, that's nice to know. You know? There we go. You teach me all about good printing. I'm so scared to try and buy them the printer because I have the worst luck with them. Buy a... Well, here's the thing. If it's a printer less than $800, I don't know shit about them. Right? Like, I can help you if you want to buy a nice printer, but if you're buying a printer less than like a Canon Pixma Pro whatever, or like a shirt color, I wouldn't know how to set it up. But if it's a real printer, I can help you set that shit up. Seen her from a few of the new science news recently. People throwing away their sunrise alarm clocks because of demonic Twilight collab. Oh shit, bro! Does that mean when my lights turn on before my alarm goes off that I'm like trying to summon the Great Old One or some shit? Damn. Dude, I didn't know that. I gotta be careful apparently, bro. I don't want to accidentally summon the Great Old One. Wait. There's glove lint in this promo. This isn't official at all. I need to re-slab this now. Thank God it's a magnetic case. It is. Oh, that's good. Okay. Well, yeah. Ooh, also to do like a box topper, like cool like box topper card. Gotta do a promo just for the boxes then. Shit, I got a lot of work to do before Friday. I got a lot of work to do today and tomorrow, don't I? This is insane, bro. Was that actually like big news? Fuck, man. I'm never surprised when it comes to big news. So things take off me being able to do afford a good one. I'll hit you up. But yeah, I mean, like, so the printer that I have is the Epson SureColor P900. So it's like a $2,000 printer, and it still gives me fucking trouble, just like my $1,000 printer. And I think that's just printers in general. But I really do like this printer. I think it's worth it. It's like being able to do the print series. I'm not sure if it has like paid for itself yet, but I guess the upgrade, like, it depends on how much people care about the big format prints that I do, the limited stuff, limited runs, or how much people care about it being pigmented instead of like dyed. I don't know. I don't think I care about this shit. So just like, are you sure you want to send that message? It might be offensive. Really? The fuck? Hasn't worked in IT, and printers are the bane of his existence. Yes, exactly. No, I mean, printers, it's not even network problems that I have. It's problems with like, so this printer is supposed to be able to hold, like, depending on the paper profile, when you have to tell your computer what kind of print paper you're using. You also have to tell the printer what kind of paper you're using. And so for certain papers, I will put in, it says, oh, great, you're using Epson cold press whatever. You can put in 25 sheets of paper. The problem is, if I put in more than one sheet of paper, the printer's like the small sad Doge meme of it saying, owie, you put too much paper in. No, please don't put more than one sheet at a time. So it's just the printer being temperamental and stupid. That's like my only big issue with it. It's not even network problems, you know. It is just physical printer stupid shit. And then also needing print head cleanings and stuff, which I had to do. Because the lines had the broken bits in them, all right? What a drama. I know, man. Yeah, I know. It can't hold the paper properly. It's so hard done, man. It's so tough being a little printer out there. I wish I could help it. But I kind of want to throw it across the room sometimes. I never have any problems with the roll prints though. Like, printing large format rolls is actually the easiest, smoothest way to print anything on this printer. Because it just rips it from the same roll, which is like super nice. So in theory, I could do like a big, like 35, 40 inch long print thingy if I wanted to, you know, one large massive print, which would be absolutely sick. I got to do a big, like, long format thing at some point in time for that, but I don't know. All right, I gotta get some stuff ready and whatnot. Ella's still, as I said, feeling a little under the weather, so I have to go do some things for her. I had to go do some errands and take some stuff to the store for her to restock and whatnot. So for all the Calgarians waiting for restocks at her store in the mall, I got you. All right, man. I'll see you guys later. Ooh, I actually made a playlist on YouTube Music. We'll see if I actually use YouTube Music, or if I'm just mad at it, and I'll go back to paying for Spotify because I don't have to deal with this shit. But either way, thanks for chilling today, guys. I'll see you tomorrow, and then fair warning has been applied. I'll make a post about in Discord tonight that the prints, or no, the cards. Well, the prints, yeah, the print cards. The print cards will be going up on the print store. They'll be going live at 10 my time, 10 Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific on Friday. And there will be a couple of boosters and a couple of boxes, and we'll see if people want them. So, for your own banners, I could exactly, and I might yet do such a thing, Salesian. So, we'll have to see. But I will see you guys tomorrow morning, same time. Whatever you're doing, have a great day. And if you're not playing D&D tomorrow because you're too busy watching Critical Role, you nerd. All right, I'll catch you guys later.